Hello, I am Billy Bobsack. I am joined by the Lord Otter,
Squeak, squeak.
Frederick Gumont,
How do you do?
Animated Moon,
Hello.
Tenkage,
What's up, everyone?
and Umbrella Cat.
Hello.
And we are doing an Art Chill stream number 5, I think.
You
Hell
know,
yeah.
somehow
Right.
Lord Otter and Umbrella Cat look related. I don't know why.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's totally not the fact that she did this wonderful ping tuber image for me or anything.
I don't see the resemblance.
Yeah, nothing at all. There's cats and then there's water cats. Yeah, no resemblance there, whatever.
We're distant cousins.
Yeah.
We're going to go around and what people are working on tonight. Umbrella, why don't you start us out? What do you
I am not sure what to work on exactly. I'm still trying to figure it out, to be honest. Because last
go
time I
with
had a
flow.
plan.
to do then? You know what we should get you doing?
Mm.
All draw us all as drunk and just waste it. You know,
Uh-huh.
everyone's drunk at the bar stool.
I'll keep that as an option.
Animated Moon.
I'm thinking of doing another piece, kind of like something that I just finished, which I can share real quick.
You know what you still owe us, right?
Oh shoot, the cat.
Yeah. Darth Meow Meow.
Darth
Yeah,
Meow. I love it.
I'll
Oh,
get
he's
around to
one.
that at some point. But yeah, this is one I finished. I'm really
Ooh.
happy with how it came out.
Wow.
Great colors.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So now the next, technically the next thing I need to be working on is taking all of the props and like turning them into essentially like billboards, so I can put it in a 3D environment. But I don't feel like doing that today, so not doing that. Instead, I'm going to start another painting.
They're all starting fresh
no.
tonight. Yeah, I've also got white starting from scratch.
And then
The dreaded white space. Yeah.
Frederick.
Yeah, so I'm working on a commission piece tonight. I've been putting off. It's a character for James. It's what's her name? Glimmerleaf, and her first name is Gwendolyn. So it's Gwendolyn Glimmerleaf. She's sliding down a dune on a tarp here, and she's jumping off a little bump on her way down from the dune. So I'm trying to first sketch it up and see what approach I'm going to have to it, what angle, what camera angle, and all that. I'm going to try a few different variants, sketches, until I find something that's right. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing tonight.
Nice. Tenkage.
Practice. But tonight's a night off, so I'm not really working on anything in particular at the moment.
Slacking already. Otter.
I'm putting the finishing touches on a D&D map I've been working on. Also working on adding a few more details to my pantheon of gods, including different names by different races. That's kind of what I'm working on.
Nice. Then we also have the submissions for the Jism show off.
Oh boy. Here we
Late
go.
homework.
Alright, here's mine. See?
Well, it's unorthodox.
This is Simplari, Jism, Gyra. Then you have $5 Man. Right? Blood, Black
the
Girl
best one.
Magic Ruth. And then Chuck Dixon. Yeah. The Satan Sisters.
I love that they're joined.
Wow.
I think Chuck Dixon came out pretty well, gonna be honest.
The
Those are all
beret.
good, man. You've got a knack for
Any
comedy. That $5 man is great.
Yes.
It's just a literal 5 on top of a fucking sperm.
Yeah, he's 5 and he's got the little D on him.
Yeah, I saw the D there. Yeah, that's right. Attention to
He's got the
detail.
egg of
5 for
uncreativity.
everyone.
Those
They're
expressions.
all hovering around the egg, you know?
Yeah. I like how they all have different expressions.
That egg is giving me some berserk vibes. I don't know why.
The black egg, man.
I had no clue what to do.
You put some good. I see you put some thought into this. It's pretty funny. I like it.
That's about as far as my artistic skill can go, you know?
I think you outdid me tonight, honestly.
The question.
I kind of did mine in like half an hour.
So who actually gets the egg? We all taking bets. I'm taking
The-
$5 man.
It's the chicken.
Well, I mean, these kind of, you know, they're about to attack it. They're looking directly at it, you know?
$5 man is where my bets are.
Yeah, rubbing their hands together.
$5. $5.
They're metaphorical hands.
This one creeps me out the most. I'm going to be honest with Chuck Dixon.
It looks like Mr. Garrison.
I don't know. It looks like the most wholesome one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, Mr. Hat, I guess it's time to fertilize this here egg.
It's the glasses and the little hat there.
Oh, yeah, a hat.
Yeah, totally a hat, right?
That's a hat, yep. It's a hat for sure.
For sure.
Nothing else. So that's my submission.
Oh my dear lord. I guess it's time to show my
Nailed it.
submission. Let me see if I can
Alright.
pull it up here really quick.
And the reason I did them as sperm was just it's actually simpler to draw. Like I don't have to draw arms or legs or anything.
That is a valid reason, yes.
Draw a few S's with a couple tails.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
There you go.
Now, Billy, honestly, I think you outdid me. I slapped this together in like 30 minutes, and it was the best I could come up with.
Oh, hold on. Don't be too hard on yourself,
Yeah.
Otter, because you actually have anatomy here.
30 minutes
You
is
saying I don't
good.
have anatomy in mind?
Well,
Well,
you see, here's
Hold
the
up.
Yours
You have the
comes from
beginnings. You have
anatomy,
the
let's be
beginnings
real.
of anatomy. You have the beginnings of
Yeah,
anatomy.
like
Yeah.
At
look.
the cellular level.
Yes,
listen.
there you go.
I have I have the eyes, ears, the hair, and the sperm. tail.
Listen, sperms are at the chromosome level. It's not
You
good
may
inside.
have sperm, but I have jism.
They have like xenomorph tails. Yeah.
You're not even fecunded egg yet. So, you know.
Yeah, they're
See,
fixing to.
I-
they're
It,
to
it's been
implant the,
unclear what
egg of
Isom's
uncreativity.
powers have been this entire time. I solved that issue. He turns into jizz.
So is this like Sandman from Spider-Man? You know how he kind of turns into sand?
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh, no.
It's just instead of that, he turns into jizz.
That's
There you
so
go.
wrong. You guys see this is wrong, right?
Oh, and I also have to. Oh shit! I gotta upload this clip.
R for restricted.
So this is not a children's stream, in case you were wondering.
Well, whenever we were told to draw jism, I assumed as much.
I'm just saying because they're gonna see their parents watching on the screen with the cute otter and the kitty cat. What is that, mommy? Oh no, that's just sperm there, sweetie.
I did protest. I said, "Hey Billy, we should probably just draw some predators or some aliens." He's like, "No, we're drawing jism."
Listen, I was committed to.
Yeah.
You know,
He was
I'm a man
committed
of
to
my
the
word.
jizz.
You know.
You
He
guys
committed
yeah,
to the bit.
did good, man.
Also, I'm gonna play this clip. I know Christian isn't here, but I'm gonna play it anyways because it's funny.
Oh yeah, AC, it was your fault I was shirtless at that party too. He came out, give me a hug, and it exploded. It went everywhere. And then I was shirtless for 6 hours. That was fun.
That's right. He
It
was
feels like
shirtless.
Christian is always with us in a way.
But
Maybe not in
Never
a
with
way
a
that he would
shirt,
want to be.
somehow.
But, you know.
that was fun. Our next one, I think Umbrella told us to draw. What did you tell us to draw, Umbrella?
Did I tell you to draw anything?
A
Yeah.
ping.
Oh, I thought
Draw
that was
things.
Frederick.
Oh.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, I think
No,
that
that
might have been
was you.
Frederick. I think you're right.
No, that was Umbrella.
Hmm.
So
No,
animated movie.
Yeah.
Is this
It was
is
you.
this the Star Trek simulation room, or is this like the X-Men Danger Room?
I mean, it's more like the Star Trek room because, from the grid, all things come.
Yeah. Okay.
You know that
I'll-
room should have been like outlawed in the Federation and everywhere. That's the,
He
it
had the
malfunctions all the time. It can literally take over the fucking ship.
It's
So he-
created sentient life, which,
Yeah. Like
twice. It created sentient life twice.
Yeah, it turned
it's a recurring bug.
It turned the ship into a sentient being for an
So
entire
it's a
episode.
minor issue. Okay, we got somebody looking at it.
well, it turned what's his name from Sherlock Holmes.
Moriarty.
Data?
Moriarty. It literally
Yeah.
gave him the intelligence to take over the ship. They
Yeah.
had to trap him into a fake version of the universe.
Yeah.
To simulate.
I mean, aren't we close to there with AI right now?
Honestly, people will gladly jump on that bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Since we're going to talk about
It's not
AI,
going
I guess
anywhere.
we might as well pull up the Razors.
Yeah.
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 That actually surprised me.
I'm not. I thought it was okay. I mean, I think AI has some uses, but that's where the controversial part is, I suppose.
So, the thing is, I don't know if it was he hired someone to do it or his publishing company made it and he didn't really
Yeah.
pay attention to the quality.
Yeah, I have no idea. How much does it cost to even have someone animate a trailer like that in that moving comic kind of style?
It would be a bit for
Pretty,
sure.
yeah, pretty pricey. Okay.
The surprising thing for me is considering George's stance on AI. Like he has a strong anti-AI.
Well, I don't think George had anything to do with this. That's the whole point.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Like, I want to see if I can find if they credited a studio who made that. Trailer by True Legend Films. So yeah, it
Okay.
either his
so-
publisher or him hired it. He did not fucking check it, or because it is a bad look. I mean, if you're shitting on AI and then you use AI for your comic trailer, not
Yeah.
fucking good work. It's not.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get clowned on
Gotta
that.
agree
and
there.
rightfully so. But we're gonna show it.
The book was good though. People should read it.
Oh yeah, I love the book.
Yeah,
It's just
for
a
sure.
trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys didn't like the trailer?
I thought it was okay.
Well, I like the trailer and everything. It's just
Just
I
pay
mean, it is
attention to the
AI.
animation.
See,
No,
the thing is, when I saw it, because you can do the motion thing with the characters by like clipping them out. I've seen it done
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
It is time consuming. It's not
Yeah.
something you can.
yeah, I'm.
100%. Because this has me considering using AI for my trailer.
Mhm.
For the way it takes these images and gives them a little bit of life, and you can do a montage with a lot of them. It makes it you dive into the story and the art way more in a video format, I think, than clipping.
Yeah, and if you're somebody like me who's kind of ignorant to that process just entirely, I could see why, somebody might take that route, and that's sort of where the debate is, right?
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want any AI in the comic. Like, I'm
Mhm.
super opposed. Even in the writing of this, I didn't even do any Chat GPT, nothing, not even for name conventions, whatever. But I'm open to it for a trailer because that's like a promotion.
Yeah,
It's
And
different to me.
I don't even think I would like it like just in animation in general, but as far as a trailer goes, I mean it's so if you write a novel and then you want to make a movie out of your own novel, could you use AI to do it? Cheap, affordable? I don't know. Maybe we'll see that.
Not good.
Not good, exactly.
Well, yeah, it's at the uncanny valley.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as far as like comic book trailers go, like
Yeah.
you have showing the art, having minor like translation of the art, a
Yep.
few like the clipping animations that we've seen that are kind of like old school and a bit cartoony.
Mhm.
But I'm kind of like pleasantly surprised with these short, like animated, giving life to the. It's not perfect, but you got to do a little bit of weeding out Do you guys
Yeah.
have
I
different?
remember the
What do you guys think?
first time I saw the ghost.
I think like the way I kind of look at this is it threads the line a lot better than a lot of stuff in that if you're using it more along the lines of like a filter or something like that, a good example is you'll see some like kind of parallax stuff go on.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, like that's a little bit more reasonable. It's still kind of jank, but like that's more comparable to a lot of the tools you have in editing. So in that regard, I don't have a bone to pick really with speeding up the process. I have a bone to pick more with something circumnavigating the art form.
Yeah.
And so this I don't feel is like trying to compete with animation or trying to like usher in kind of like a cheap new deal with animation. This is just sort of what it is. I will say that I feel like it was done a little too cheap in places. There's a couple of places where like the interpolation was really gnarly.
Yeah.
And
Is that like the shaky cam effect?
Oh my god, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Oh boy.
So James Esparza and I were kind of dissecting this last night. He pointed that out to me. I went, "Oh,
Oh man.
that's undeniable. That's straight up AI. There's no case to be made against it."
Yeah.
Look at this.
So
Yeah.
oh my gosh. So
Still.
as far as like what you were saying, Animated Moon, like sort of like it reminds me of how you could use mostly practical effects, like 90% practical effects and maybe like 10% CG as like an answer. So yeah, I agree with what you were saying, sort of not circumventing the artistic process or the artistic appreciation is sort of like my line, Yeah.
I mean,
Oh boy.
And
I didn't notice that before.
Lord plead with all flesh. I was done.
The legs.
What is going on, man?
Now that's one thing that I'm kind of curious about is because at first glance, I thought that they just took the images from the comic and said, okay, now like do parallax, try to move this, and stuff like that. But then some of these images look like they were almost like fully generated by the AI, which is weird.
Yeah. I thought that's what they had done too, was just kind of move the camera around the images and yeah.
That's what I've seen in other from what I know, usually you crop out the image and it'll give kind of that weird flexible, I guess if you do it really cheap, of like the characters moving with the still image.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a little bit of motion. This one it's not even that.
Lord shall be many.
Look at that horse. Poor horse. Look at that.
Love the shot with the sun in front of the sun, but the horse is a little off there.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
noticing this dude's hand
The color.
already turned into rocks or something. Whatever the fuck that is.
I should get out my book.
Also, that's not how horses run, but all right.
Exploits.
Yeah.
Redstone. If you would be guided otherwise, I offer adventure, and most importantly,
I don't know if I like his voice very much.
purpose.
He reminds me of Horshack.
Yeah.
Price I
Yeah, that is
demand
it, isn't it?
is
I'm
Christian
not stuck in
obedience.
here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
He's gonna love us. My V for Vendetta reference and now your Watchmen reference.
Made for the righteous
Yeah,
man.
no, I'm sorry.
Hey, it is what it is.
Flawless.
On
Yeah,
the
this
nose,
was
yeah.
when I really noticed it.
Yeah, the girl's nose here is and the eyeball.
So
or-
it's their faces are completely different from the actual original artwork.
no,
Look
I
at the
don't doubt it.
mouths.
I don't doubt it for a second. Yeah. Yeah, no, that should have been cut out of the final trailer.
And disobedient.
He looks like Clayface, yeah.
For the ungodly
That's cool.
sinners.
Yeah, that was a good one. Mouth is kind of weird.
Mine's one eye blue and the other one's.
It's the lighting. It's one eye's got red in it as well.
Holy and profane, and he that murder any man.
Yeah, this is the one where I'm like, to me, it looks like if you take like a person, you green screen them walking, and then you try to like, I don't know, put like a comic image over them, or a filter or some shit.
Shall surely be put to death.
Yeah, I would say the takeaway is if you want something to be cheap and look cheap, this is how you do it. Because the thing is, like, a lot of those effects, I mean, the hardest part of that whole thing to do would be like the walk cycles and things like that. Like, you can't just take a still image and just do that, right? You had to actually have to animate them walking.
Yeah.
But like the more like parallaxy kind of stuff, you can do sort of like billboard effect kind of stuff and make it look really good, make it look really cool. It with like 2D and a 3D environment and stuff like that. Like that is not that hard to do, honestly. So yeah, I mean, it does just kind of come across as cheap.
Right. And I don't, like I said, I don't know if Razer hired this company or was a publisher. Either way, I would have fucking like shit canned this immediately when they're like, oh, we're going to take it and just use AI to kind of make it look like it's moving. Yeah.
I'm wondering if they even told him.
Like I said, I don't know if he went for it or the publisher. Either way, still bad. It's paid too much for even the quality you got. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
probably.
first watch without pausing it or anything, I didn't even notice some of that stuff. But then when you go frame by frame, it's pretty glaring. And
You
then-
notice it pretty dang quick when you know what you're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that threw me off, and I don't know the technical term, but just was kind of the shaky cam and how everything felt like it was just moving kind of oddly. But yeah,
Thing is, he's done
Interpolation.
like
interpolation.
yeah, he's done like these animated ones before with his book, actually hand drawn shit.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
The what was it? The
Long Moonlight, and then
yeah, but it was the Death
Death
Mask one, I think.
yeah, Death Mask had the.
It was actual animation, if I remember correctly. Very simple animation, but it was still.
I think he actually commissioned like an indie creator to do that, because I remember seeing on Twitter that somebody did a very like rough animation for Xerdes, and I think he got that animator to do the trailer animation.
Right. All right, Frederick.
Well,
your
and
show.
I was just. Oh, go ahead.
No, you can finish your idea there.
I was just gonna say, like, considering how everything is going on in the animation industry and everything like that, it is a bit discouraging when it's like, oh yeah, this trailer was done by AI.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It's like, great, you know.
Yeah, like when you mention the artistic process, that's where I have a problem too. And I'm not even in animation, and I could see why that's discouraging.
It also ruins the actual art that was made for the book, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah,
Like the lady's face and that one dude. I mean, it is a night and day difference.
Clayface, yeah.
Yeah, between that, whatever the fuck amalgamation it was, and the actual artwork. Yeah. Good job. Like if you're gonna, you know what he should have done is it should have been slight movement with the characters. That's the trailer. It's just different pages of panels done. Voiceover.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would probably have looked better.
Yeah, so kind of a matter of execution at that point too, I guess.
Mhm.
How much AI are you going to use?
yes.
Sort of like how much CGI are you going to use compared to practical effects? But you know, even CGI has more artistic integrity, I suppose.
A lot more. Yeah.
A lot more, yeah.
here. We're going to show off Tenkage's thing.
Oh, just a random bit that I was working on.
Yeah, why are they nude?
You know, I don't know. Kind of just, I was mostly
The
just drawing your
retelling
head
of
in there.
Adam and Eve. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Well, no, he's just shirtless. She's just wearing a low dress or something.
A white dress, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no implied nudity except in your perverted little mind there, little website.
No, there's definitely
This
nudity.
is not a jism drawing, okay?
Like, look at this. Nothing there. It's just her hair. You know, there's not even straps there. Look at that.
There's
I
lots
do
of
like the Big
nudity.
Boss eye patch.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so this is just marker, you know, and then my kids were drawing stuff, so I took some of their gel pens and just did some crazy colors for like a silhouette.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, just had fun with it, you know.
Oh, so for the Halloween ones, what I'm thinking we do is we all put up movies, Halloween movies, horror and shit.
Okay,
We all vote on it and then watch it. You know.
be fun.
Is The Last Jedi a Halloween movie?
It's horrifying, that's for sure.
It's horrifying when you-
You know what? I'm gonna make you watch Alien Covenant. You keep this up.
I'm losing you. You're roboting there, Billy Bob. Now.
It's coming through okay for me, so I don't know.
Nah, it's not
Shush,
Predator.
shush, that Kage.
So you watch Alien versus Predator?
Yeah, and the blood was all CGI. The blood was the worst part, I think.
Yeah, that's why. That's why
I
you do
watched
not
it
watch
today, actually, just because we were talking about it last night.
Nice.
Predator. That's why I told you do not watch the rated R version. Like it's bad. Like the
Oh, was that? Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know there was a distinction.
yeah. So basically, what happened was they originally wanted to have blood, but they weren't allowed to, so they shot the movie with no blood, and then they got allowed to quote unquote add blood, but it's all CGI just thrown in there.
It looks
kind
great. You hardly notice that it's computer generated red.
Yeah, notice it at all.
But
But,
there's
you know.
a lot of worse parts about this movie, to be honest. But the concept is really good. Like I was saying in the chat, in the forum, in the Discord, this deserves a remake.
It has some really good ideas, just very lackluster execution.
The ideas are
Yeah, well, that's
great.
why I
Dude.
said the movie's not good, but it is enjoyable. It's a bad movie.
Well, and then you have bad movies that are enjoyable because they're bad. So
But this one's got a lot of potential. Like I was watching it as a project proposal and thinking it was awesome. Like there's a lot of it needs work, but the idea of a pyramid buried beneath the ground in Antarctica is really cool for a setting. You got the humans coming in, and the aliens are there as a trap, and then you got the predators that could come in and maybe hunt the new aliens that are there from the human cadavers and all that. You need to rewrite the whole thing. You need to change the.
Well, the whole point was supposed to be that was the predators' hunting grounds for proving their young.
it's like their final test.
unblood-
It's
Yeah,
like their
yeah.
graduation test, basically. Yeah.
A lot of the history with the predators being worshipped as gods, that was rolling
That
my
was cool.
eyes.
Yeah,
See, different opinion there.
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah,
I love
It-
how
it
it's
is
just tapping into the
typical.
whole ancient aliens. It's just their predators.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'd rather
they're
they leave it
dicks.
to mystery, that part.
Yeah, I can understand
and
that.
I think the other worst part was the lighting. Everything was lit super well, and it wasn't lit like a horror movie. There's nothing coming out of the
Well,
shadows. Everything is
If you ever
super
watch
well lit.
Alien Requiem, it has the opposite
Oh,
problem.
that's a terrible.
can't
That
see
one's
shit.
legitimately
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Whereas-
don't watch it, by the way.
No, you got to watch it at least once. It's really that
Oh
bad.
my god.
Well-
Okay, watch it. Just
first-
go in thinking that like there's no enjoyable parts. It's all bad.
What's your thought, Frederick?
Well, there's some scenes in there that are just incredible money shots with the predator and the alien face off, and you're like, oh, they did this shot for the poster or something. It looks so freaking cool. The queen is incredible. There's a lot of money shots. There's a lot of ambition with this. But yeah, a lot of the the characters are weak. The writing is weak. It falls flat on a lot of things. But yeah, it's kind of it's still worth a watch because it's got a lot of stuff that could have turned out into greatness.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a solid 6 out of 10, I'd say.
Yeah, it's hard to
And
rate.
they need
Yeah.
to. If the problem is, well, fuck it. Now Disney owns them, so it's gonna always be ass. But you know, if you were to actually make a new one, first of all, set it with the actual like future. You know, Space Marines. Don't have
Ooh,
it.
we need Space Marine Warhammer versus Alien. That's what we need.
Yeah, Slanesh versus.
Oh
Alien-
man, that'd be so badass.
I mean, technically, that's already a thing with the
Yeah.
Tyranids.
Yeah, I suppose
aliens
that's
are
true.
Tyranids, exactly.
Yeah, good point. But yeah, I guess to be fair, Warhammer does pull from basically everything. So.
Oh yeah, they
Oh yeah.
all the
Um,
things. And,
Speaking of Antarctica, though, I picked up the deluxe edition of the At the Mountains of Madness manga, so that's on my ever-growing to read list.
Wait,
is
there
that?
is a Mountains of Madness manga?
Oh yeah, oh
do
yeah.
tell.
And it's let me I've actually not read it all, but I know that HP, that's obviously one of the better HP Lovecraft stories out there. But basically, it's like an Antarctica expedition, and they start to discover a horrifying secret, sort of like how you mentioned the pyramid in Alien versus Predator. It's sort of the same idea. Like they discover like these ancient ruins where there was this like epic battle between Cthulhu and the Great Old Ones, and they basically unlock things that they should not unlock. So you can imagine the rest.
Interesting.
But
I got
let me
a
find the manga
quote,
here.
like one of my favorite lines from at least a line that I really laughed at in the Alien versus Predator is when he's presenting the structure underneath, like in a holographic form to the scientists, and he's like, "My specialists have identified this as a pyramid." I was like, "Oh, seriously?"
Yeah.
That's the line.
Let me pull up a couple images here. I'll send them over to you, Billy. But yeah, there's like a whole series. He does. It's Tanabe. I don't know. Gou is his first name. I'm terrible at pronouncing things, so I'm not even gonna attempt that. Zhao Tanabe. I'm not sure.
I don't know where to start.
I'm gonna send just a couple covers of these so you guys can see what they sort of look like.
How's his name spelled?
Gou Tanabe. I can say Tanabe. I know that one.
G-O-U?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just go.
Yeah. Go Tanabe, yeah. All right. And
The best way to like think about Japanese names, Japanese words, is they don't have what's the term where something turns the letter into something else, like
Modifiers? or
A-E
something?
into or yeah, what is it? Dang it.
yeah, I can't remember. My wife speaks like 3 or 4 languages. I should ask her.
like if there's a G, it's always going to be a G, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if it's like G with an O with a line above it, or it's spelled G-O-U. It's
Okay.
the same thing. It's just like extending that vowel sound.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I haven't actually learned, but I just have kind of memorized certain phrases and words just because I grew up with it, right? I would love to actually learn how to speak and read Japanese a little better.
I know very little.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got your Siri at Siri in the Blu-ray. But you were talking about Lupin being all this incredible stuff, and I'm like, yeah, Taru's like none of that.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, I'm
He's
still
like-
going to check it out.
He's a real degenerate slime ball.
Yeah, I like Lupin.
Lupin's fun. I
Yeah.
do enjoy. I really enjoyed the CGI movie that came out
Yeah,
a
that's on
little
my
bit
list.
ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that one yet.
It was a lot of fun. Very very true to the style of the show with how like goofy the motion is and stuff like that, but all done in 3D. It was actually very impressive.
He's also not a simp, you know. It's a good
Yeah.
point.
It's kind of the opposite. Yeah.
The chick is trying to, chase after him. Can't
But yeah,
catch
maybe we could do a review of Out at the Mountains of Madness or something for like a Halloween. There's a lot of Halloween ideas we have.
it. What we'll do is each one will give like a movie thing, and I'll put it in a list so we can vote on it for that week.
Okay.
That's how we'll do it, and we'll watch it.
Cool.
So, what's the prompt for the movie selection? Like our favorite Halloween movie, or just a movie we want to watch? Or is
No, it
there
has
a-
to be a horror Halloween thing.
No, of course, horror Halloween theme, but is there no other criteria other than that?
No other criteria other than that.
Okay.
Just needs to be that. No fucking Christmas movies, no Die Hard.
Oh, come on.
Well, there goes my plans.
What are you sharing?
You're just trying to kill fun, aren't you, Billy?
Yeah, right.
What would the other criterias be?
Include Christmas movies. There you go.
No, but I was thinking, like maybe your favorite horror movie, or your maybe most underrated Halloween movie, or
Well, you can add that to the list.
little known Halloween movies.
I think you could pick your favorite because then it kind of gives you all the options, right?
Yes, that's a nice way to start.
What do you think, Billy?
I was just afraid that we'd all pick the same one because
Yeah, that could be a problem. Yeah.
Well, then I'll make you repick.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna pick first, and so whoever comes first with the title gets it.
All right, mine's Alien. Fuck you.
That's not the one I was gonna pick.
That's the one.
I'd have to give it some thought, to be honest.
Yeah,
There's
same
quite a
here.
few that I like.
No, I know which one, but I forget the name. I have to Google it.
And of course, I get to break the rules because I can technically pick Gremlins as well.
Yeah, that counts.
Set in Christmas, but it is a goddamn horror movie.
What is it? What are we picking?
So when we get to October,
Hmm.
I think I want to try to do each one a week. Each week, we all gonna pick a horror movie, and I'm gonna put it in a list, and we're gonna vote on it. Or, you know what? Not vote on it. This is what we'll do to make it even more fun. I'll get that spinning wheel thing.
Oh yeah. And
Whatever
just put
one
them
it
all on there.
lands on is what we get.
Oh, nice.
I like that better.
And you
We
could
do that every
draw
week.
it up. Yeah.
And then we all watch it, and then of course talk about it on that stream.
Okay, I got the name. It's got two names depending on the American release and I think a New Zealand release. So
We're all American here, except you.
the Peter Jackson movie called Dead Alive or Brain Dead.
I've heard of that movie.
So it's
Me too.
an over-the-top horror film, like really insane. It's got puppetry.
Okay.
It's really good, and if you hadn't
Score.
seen it,
Also, Audrey, you need to share your screen.
like
Oh, me? Sure.
zombies get mowed down with a lawnmower at the end of the movie. Like he gets really efficient at killing zombies.
Oh, I
but,
know what movie you're talking about. The
Brain Dead.
you've probably seen clips of it, by the way, everyone. Literally, the movie is just with the blue light, and he's just covered in like pink goo.
No, that's
Using
not
to chop up zombies.
That's
So an essential one for me is Reanimator. That's one that I watch every year. And then
Wait, hold
But I-
up.
Hmm?
Frederick, or the one you're thinking of, I think is Reanimator. It's one of them.
no.
No.
The one you're describing doesn't sound at all like what I'm talking about, Billy Bob. It's his mother or his grandmother gets bitten by this animal, which is done by a Muppet in a zoo, and she turns into a zombie, and the whole family turns into zombies, and then it's like the whole town turns into zombies.
It's a Muppet that does it?
Yeah, the first rat, the vile creature at the beginning, It's a rudimentary Muppet.
I want to see this movie now. That's all I
Yeah,
know.
that
No,
sounds like a
I
lot
want
of
to. I want to see Kermit the Frog start a zombie apocalypse. Let's go.
Man. Yeah, let's do it.
No, Brain Dead is
I guess
a.
it's time for an outbreak.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. It's the best horror movie.
It's like Kermit walking around like 28 days later, the city's empty. You know, the zombies start running at him.
But is he in a hospital gown as well?
Yeah,
That makes sense,
with
too.
half his head shaved. Yeah.
Wait, what? He's already shaved.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of that's why it's funny, I guess.
It's just part of my edgy
He
phase.
has hair that he doesn't normally have, and then it's half shaved.
Yeah, it's got some stubble on his head.
So that's my choice there.
Well, you're
And
gonna have
then-
to like messages because I gotta like put all this.
Well, then you got Army of Darkness. A lot of people pick Evil Dead, but I like to watch Army of Darkness every year. I
Army
watch
of
all them.
Darkness.
I really like Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one in years.
I
All
don't
right,
think I've
good
ever
one.
seen it.
Here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and message the movies.
Everybody pick 5. How about that? And then we can kind of, if we run out, we run out. Or if we have too many, we can just kind of discard a couple.
All right, then I'll
Both.
just.
Oh, no. This will
Choose
do.
the Nightmare on
that's
Elm
fine.
Street
Pick
movies.
5.
Or 3. Pick 3. Either
No,
way.
no. Pick 5.
Okay.
Because what's the thing is, if we're because I want to do this pretty much every week.
Okay.
For October.
Okay.
Pick 5. Eat one that gets landed on. You know, I remove it, and then you spin it again.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 movies?
Well, we won't necessarily use all 5, I'm guessing. Just so in case we have doubles or whatnot. It's up to Billy. I don't know.
Wait, 5 each, so that's like 125 movies?
Do you have a wheel? Do you know a wheel thing, Animated Moon?
The wheel thing? I vaguely know. I know a friend who knows how to get one online, but like, no.
You can make them digitally. And Billy, I think there's software for it, or like you can probably find a resource for it, but you could call it the Wheel of Doom. Every week, the Wheel of Doom. Spin it and watch a film.
I have to find out where.
Might be better if everybody just picks 2, though. 5 does seem like a lot. I was just throwing
Yeah, 5 is
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 is a lot. It's
Well,
125.
pick 3 then.
Yeah. I can barely watch Star Trek right now, so
3 times 6 week 21, 4 weeks. So yeah.
But why do we need more than one? Because we're just going to watch one each week, right?
Right, but it's gonna spin and rotate, and we're gonna see which one it lands on.
Well, we can spin depending on the order of which ones we're
Yeah.
going to watch.
And then
Yeah,
the one that
it's-
gets picked gets removed, of course.
Yeah.
In the next spin, we'll have
like
what's left.
like Wheel of Fortune, you know?
Yeah.
And whatever it lands on is the one we watched instead of voting. Yeah.
That way it has some chaos to it.
Because Billy's going to pick favorites, you know?
We
gotta make
could
sure he
like,
doesn't do that.
get printouts of the covers of the movies and put them on turtles and have the turtles race.
I like that
Now
too.
that's an idea.
All right, let me think of mine.
That's big picture stuff right there.
I already told you 2 of them. Gremlins. Wait, no. Gremlins 2.
Yeah, the much superior Gremlins.
Hmm.
And if anyone's squeamish, we could be reasonable, I suppose.
Uh,
I'm not.
I mean,
but
Brain Dead is pretty. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
blood, like truckloads of blood, but
I
it's
think
not.
everyone here can handle it.
I
Yeah,
think
it's not
so, too.
gory, gross, or nothing. It's just, it's almost comedic.
But I'm squeamish.
Are you?
No, not really.
Yeah. Hey, Basket Case. That's a good one too.
Oh,
Oh, are those Muppets?
Oh, that's a weird one.
Isn't that weird?
Kinda. I mean, it's a practical monster, so it's kind of a Muppet. I mean, I guess you could call that thing a Muppet if it was, you know, in an industrial accident.
Yeah.
was in a basket eating people.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, you know what? I know what my third pick would be.
It's like the perfect sleazy horror movie, basically. Basket Case.
All right, I got my 3.
I need to think of good horror movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit.
Give me like a day or two. I'll get back to you, Billy.
I got Alien.
No, okay.
My brain is slow.
So remind me, does it have to be horror, or can it be just like spooky Halloween theme?
Spooky Halloween.
Spooky Halloween, as long as it's
Okay.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, that's a good one. Nice
You
choice.
better get onto it quick, because then you can have to pick something else.
What about series?
No, it has to be.
Gotta draw the
What
line
about
somewhere.
short series?
Oh, hold up. I'll allow this. If it is an episodic show, if the episode is Halloween themed, that's fine.
Well, what if the whole show is kind of Halloween-esque? I'd
Well,
take
Are you
The
thinking
whole
of like
show.
Dead Set or something? Yeah.
I'm thinking of Over the Garden Wall, honestly.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Rose Red, Dead Set. They're good minis.
I figure I got to put some animation in there
Oh,
somewhere.
you're talking
Yeah,
about a
animation.
mini-series.
Yeah, miniseries. Yeah.
Mini-series can count.
Okay.
I thought
I
you
might
were
only
talking
get that
about
one
full-
episode though.
like
Yeah.
a full show, and I was like, no.
What about what about
much.
the miniseries of It that has Tim Curry as Pennywise?
Yeah, that's a two-parter. It's 4 hours
Perfect.
long.
I feel that any
Reasonable.
movie with Tim Curry should just qualify.
Yeah. I think it's
Automatically.
moved to the top of the list. Yeah. He did audiobook work too. Did you guys know that? On the Sabriel
That doesn't-
series.
I never knew that, but that doesn't surprise me. I mean, he was all over the place.
My wife
He
loves
was
those
in, like
books.
video game. He was. Yeah, we need to get the clip of escape to the one place capitalism hasn't.
Spice!
Did he press
Spice.
Hey,
Spice!
He is trying so hard not to burst out laughing.
I
in
know,
scene.
that-
it's
it's
amazing.
so good.
Yeah, the hesitance is what
So
makes it funny
funny.
because you see his lips kind of quiver and he's like, Spice!
Is it me, or am I just like kind of missing the old like cutscene set video games?
I like it. I got into this conversation with my brother the other day because the new Riven remake came out,
Ooh.
and it's upscaled 4K, looks really good and whatnot. But they replaced the live action actors with like in-engine characters, and I was just like, that's a little bit of a bummer because in that context, man, like it's such a cool, unique look that really isn't done very much anymore. I would love to see more of that, where
I
you're
love it,
actually
man.
putting live action into like a CG background. I don't know, that if it's done right, it can look so cool, looks so surreal.
Yeah, Myst was one of the Myst and Riven were some of the first PC games I ever played. Honestly,
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? Oh, well, I can't add it now, but speaking of Mist, I mean, you could add that movie. There you go. You want to be sad at the end?
oh, the Myst, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That ending, a lot of
boy.
people like that ending. I hate that ending.
I hate that ending too.
Can you just
Who
wait
likes that
10
ending?
extra minutes, dude?
Who? Who? No one
Weird
likes that
people.
ending.
It's
You're
a
like,
great
really?
Stephen
movie,
King,
but
apparently
the ending
Stephen
is
King prefers it.
terrible.
But Stephen King lost his mind a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hell, I
I mean,
read some of his
drugs will
earliest
do
books,
that.
and I'm like, this guy
Exactly.
was crazy even back then.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Because I don't think that's the original ending in the whatever short story. it
Now,
was
in the
based on.
book, it's them going to get gas at a gas station. It just ends there.
It's a way better ending.
Pretty much, it's just left up to whether or not if they get attacked or killed. You don't know.
Sounds like they just wanted to make it nihilistic at the end. That's what it sounds like.
Apparently, it's an ending that Stephen King absolutely adored.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But
Tells you all you need to know.
all right, Otter, what are your 3 picks?
Okay, so there's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. There
Type
is
it in the
the.
chat. The
Oh.
RDM. Your 3 choices.
All right. Hold on just one second.
See, I have 2. I need one more.
So, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That is one. Stephen King's It with Tim Curry.
Yeah, it's the original.
And I'm trying to think of a good third one. A good third one that I really like. Fuck it, let's go Prince of Darkness. I really like that movie. Those are my 3.
Okay, I got my 3.
All right, put them in the message.
I think I've got my 3 too. Let's go with Trick or Treat.
Nice.
I'll throw Army of Darkness in there. And then it's I'm wondering if we should pull an older one like The Blob from the 50s or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be fun.
Yeah,
Oh, actually,
let's throw The Blob on there.
Specify which one.
58.
Okay.
But also special mention, Reanimator's got to be on there somewhere. That's a classic. So I can't pick 4, so I got to pick. Actually, jeez. Yeah, I'll go with those 3. Trick or Treat, The Blob, and Army of Darkness.
Put it in the art DM so I can pin it.
Okay.
And then
Mine
I'll look up eventually the spin wheel thing.
So mine are Brain Dead, as mentioned before. Little Shop of Horrors. Does that count?
Alright. Yeah, it counts.
And City of Lost Children.
ooh,
Actually,
that's
like
an
it.
interesting one.
So the Little Shop of Horrors is they finally got to kind of restore the original ending to that movie for it, which was supposed to be that everyone dies, gets eaten by the plants.
Feed me, Seymour.
Like Seymour gets eaten, and they had like it fully done and everything, like all the practical effects of like them turning into giant kaiju's destroying New York. and shit.
Is that 1951 or 1953? It's 51. That's right. I've got my 3.
That doesn't even include like the Hammer vampire films. Those are really good too. With Christopher Lee.
Those
the
Are
Dracula.
really good. There's 2. Oh my gosh! When you started getting into
Many,
the
dude.
old stuff, I was like, oh frick, yeah, like
Yeah.
all of the Universal horror films.
Peak horror, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go with these 3: Over the Garden Wall, Sleepy Hollow,
Nice
and
choice.
Fiend from Another World, 1951.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to take Reanimator out just because it is a classic, and we'll put something in there like Army of Darkness just to keep it a little different. Those are my choices.
So we're only gonna. Not all of them are going to be selected. So
Right.
some people's movies might not even be selected at all.
Mm-hmm.
Say la vie.
So we got
We're
Alien,
leaving it up to
Gremlins
fate.
2, Beetlejuice, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Stephen King's It, and Prince of Darkness, Brain Dead, Little Shop of Horrors, City of Lost Children, Over the Garden Wall, Sleepy Hollow. Which one? The one with Johnny Depp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And The Thing from Another World, Army of Darkness, The Blob, 1958, and Trick or Treat. And we got a pretty solid. You know what, Frederick? I was a little disappointed you didn't put Freddy.
Well, because it's a bit too obvious, and yeah, I've seen the first one so many times, to be honest.
This should be fun.
So it needs to be a Halloween movie. Or-
Yeah, we forgot
it's a
Umbrella
movie.
Cat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, horror, just kind of spooky season.
So,
It doesn't
horror
necessarily have to be
Or Halloween. It can be a comedy. It can be anything,
Yeah.
just as long as
like
it's
Shaun of the Dead totally counts in my opinion.
Yeah,
I was
Young-
really tempted to
Yeah.
put down
Young Frankenstein.
yeah.
Oh, dude. Tucker and
Dale.
Dale versus Evil counts. That's not even really a Halloween movie, but something like that would count. Basically, anything that could be perceived as a
By
scary
the way,
movie.
I
or a
love that
spooky
movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's
So-
Is
a
it-
really fun movie.
Have y'all ever watched?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Yeah.
I've heard of that one.
So
think
it's just like a comedy of like horror sticks of these retarded ass teenagers getting themselves killed.
Yeah.
These two dudes are just trying to help.
It's the inverse of like when they go to like the country and there's the creepy like hillbillies
Yeah.
But it's they're actually they're really trying to help them, and they're like, what is wrong with these teenagers? Like, what's wrong with these people?
And
And they're like running away.
What
from them and
actually
accidentally- Yeah, and they
The
keep accidentally
teenagers are
killing themselves,
absolute-
and yeah.
Yeah, the teenagers that think that they're murdering them and they're absolutely retarded. One dude fucking misses and jumps right into the wood chipper.
Wood chipper, yeah. He's like, oh my, and when somebody shows up on the scene, it looks like the guy killed him, but it's not. What
Oh, yeah, the
happened.
cop.
It's pretty funny. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's supposed to be these two dudes. They moved out into the country.
they got a
And they're like-
cabin.
Yeah, they bought a cabin, a fixer upper. You know,
Mhm.
that's what they bought. They're
Yeah,
just
Let me see if I can pull up the description. Yeah, so here we go. Two lovable hillbillies are headed to their fixer-upper vacation cabin to drink some beer, do some fishing, and have a good time. But when they run into a group of preppy college kids who assume from their looks that they must be inbred chainsaw-wielding killers, Tucker and Dale's vacation takes a bloody and hilarious turn for the worse. It's got
Okay.
Alan Tudyk in it, actually. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Are we
It's a
supposed to
fun-
pick our favorites, or is it just whatever?
you can pick
whatever.
whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Favorites, whatever you'd like. Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't have anything in mind specifically. God.
Hocus Pocus counts. Like
Hocus
Spook-
Pocus.
Yeah,
I never
Charlie
cared
Brown's.
much for Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, yeah,
It's okay.
it's all right.
Has anybody seen the movie called The Last Girl?
Don't
Can't
think
say I
so.
have.
Oh, interesting. So Last Girl is a horror movie. It's based on the concept of the last girl to die.
Hmm.
So it's about this girl whose mom was in a horror movie. And she goes and her mom dies in a car accident. She loses her. And anniversary of her mom's death, her friends are like, hey, your mom's horror movie is playing. Do you want to go see it? And it's like kind of morbid, but she's like, oh, all right, let's go like watch it. And as she's watching the movie, a magical effect happens and she gets absorbed inside the movie. So she is now inside the story of her mom's horror movie.
Hmm.
And she knows the outcome of the movie. And the character of her mom is not her mom because it's the character, but then again, it's still her mom. So she's dealing with all that.
Oh, interesting.
It's very like digital. It's got low budget, but I like the concept a lot.
Even Scooby Doo Zombie Island counts. So have
Classic.
fun with it, don't ya?
Okay, I'm just looking up Halloween movies just because my brain is not working today. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would just look them up. There's so many good. Like I was saying, I had completely forgot about the Hammer Dracula films. Those are good. I did 31 Days of Horror a couple years ago, and so I had to go through and find out once. It was basically watch a horror movie every day for October.
Wow,
It's
that's
pretty
a lot.
tough. It's pretty tough. I made it once and not since. I've tried a couple other times, but just that it was only that one time I made it all the way through.
Once a week is good enough for me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like a challenge,
This is to have fun, you know.
Yeah.
I just remembered the original 1968 or 65, whatever it is, The Haunting as well. That's a really good one.
Ooh, I'll add that to the list.
You can put Poltergeist, Umbrella. You got what was the?
I didn't care for Poltergeist. It was a.
Thank you.
It was just, eh.
I know,
I think so you had to be there kind of thing,
I'm like,
Yeah.
hmm,
but you,
Not my
what was
favorite.
the-
Cult of Spielberg.
Yeah.
What was the
There you go.
the one that's now owned by Disney, the Tim Burton one?
Tim Burton.
Nightmare
Oh.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, there's that and Frankenweenie, I think. Isn't that Tim
Yeah.
Burton?
I never
Yeah,
watched
it
it.
is.
I was thinking Corpse Bride possibly.
You can put it
That's a
there.
good
That's
one.
fine.
Yeah, I definitely prefer Corpse Bride over Nightmare Before Christmas.
I think that's fair.
But that's the thing. You're like, choose 3, and I'm so indecisive. I have really bad time picking.
You know what? We'll do this, Umbrella.
So make a list and then close your eyes
First-
and then just point 3 times and then there you go.
First one that comes to mind, choose that one.
Okay.
She's like, that's exactly what the problem is, Billy.
Like, uh-oh.
Yeah, but the one that pops right into her mind, that's the one. That's the first choice.
Okay, well there you go. That works. Too.
Okay. I've maybe found a few. Let's see.
Close friend of mine, if he's listening, he's probably screaming like, "Pick this one," because he's a big movie buff. So
I don't think
no pressure. If you need a couple days, I mean, we've got time.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't watch movies very often.
Hmm.
I really have to be in the mood to watch a movie, and Otter can attest to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
definitely
why.
understand it.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely more an enjoyer of like shows or series
Hmm.
because I like being spending a lot of time with characters in a setting.
Yeah,
Do you guys remember the Roseanne Halloween specials?
vaguely.
Those were great. Every season she'd go far. Like she was pushing the envelope on TV back then.
Yeah. Back when sitcoms were a lot better.
Yeah, I'm a kind of a sitcom junkie, to be honest. I grew up watching just a lot of them.
What's your favorite sitcom? If you had to pick, it's a tough choice, I know, but for some, anyways.
I like Cheers.
I mean,
Just
it is
the
a
intro
tough choice
song.
because I have like, I don't know,
Cheers.
20 of them that I've watched. Enjoy.
I like Cheers and Frasier quite a bit.
Frasier's pretty funny.
Frasier's very good.
Top tier is probably Seinfeld, definitely up there.
Yeah, but not counting the first season. The first season is hard to get through.
It is, yeah.
You know what? And I know you're going to be a little bit disappointed in this. Tinkage.
What's that?
I am probably going to put Bewitched up there, and I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy's
Okay.
fun.
I really like I Love Lucy.
I think
Wow.
I Dream of Jeannie
Really
is
enjoyed
better
that.
than Bewitched, personally, but
I like the other one as well, but
yeah. Oh,
I
I don't
like
yeah, I don't
Bewitched.
dislike either one, but yeah.
I mean, the Addams Family is a must.
Yep, Addams
Monsters?
Family.
I was more of a fan of the Munsters. I like Addams Family, but man, the Munsters is great.
See,
I
I
love
knew-
how.
Yeah.
I knew we were going to create a rift by mentioning that.
I'm trying to say.
Thanks for
that
bringing it
Addams
up because
Family
I've
better.
completely forgot. We normally start watching it around now because September is basically Halloween Eve for me. So
Yes.
I just want to be neighbors with Herman Munster. He just
Yeah.
seems like a great guy.
I'll be hanging out
He
with him
is.
every day.
It's a nice stand-up fella.
Good one.
Yeah, I would say Monsters. I watch way more than Addams Family. Enjoyed it more.
I never got the Monsters.
You
Sorry.
never got it, or you never.
No, we never. It never it was never on any channels. that
You
we
need to
got.
watch it.
Yeah, I actually didn't grow up watching it. I discovered it a lot later, but it's pretty. It's worth your time.
Yeah.
You need to watch it.
It's a lot of fun.
Great.
Plus, you've got
One of my
DeCarlo on there. She's beautiful. So
Seinfeld's pretty good. I think it's aged pretty well.
Yeah. Seinfeld's got a lot of good episodes. I mean, just the freaking parking lot episode, man. The Chinese restaurant waiting in line episode. Like they pushed comedy into absurdity like really well.
I'm
Okay.
a little ashamed to say it, but when I was a kid, I used to really like Friends.
There was a time when I
watched
watched
that show now.
I watch it
never
now,
seen
and I really cringe when I watch Friends.
Oh, listen,
never been a big fan, but I don't hate it either. So
no,
It's got some interesting writing choices.
I could never get into it. My little brother was into it, but I was like,
What else? I watched a
about
lot
that
of
70s
Everybody
show?
Loves Raymond.
what about All in the Family?
Nope.
No, what?
Actually,
You didn't
Oh,
watch it?
No,
Night
no,
Court.
never mind.
I
was
love
thinking
Night
of-
Court.
Never mind. Hold up.
Oh yeah, Night Court.
I was thinking you were saying. I thought you were talking about Family. It's like the white show that people really love. Is it?
Andy
Hold
Griffith
up.
show.
Hold up, but this one's like egregious, and they had like a. Man, was it? All in the Family was with the black people, right?
No, All in the Family is the one that was the egregious white show. The guy's Al. He's a shoe salesman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the thing I was thinking of was Family Matters. With Steve
No.
Urkel.
No,
I
this
love
is
that one.
Al. He's a he was the most like, how do you say it? Like, he was the dad on TV back then. He would first of all, the show would be late at night, and he would be like the most like the dad who would speak the truth. Like, he'd talk to his daughter like she was, because she would dress like a skank and all that.
Hold up.
And
Mhm.
so he had a really bad
I know who
attitude.
you're talking about.
But the whole meme is that he's the father
So,
figure from TV that aged the best because he's
So-
the
Married
only
with
one that-
Children?
yeah,
Yes,
no.
that's the one.
Yeah.
All in the Family. So he's
Oh,
talking
I mixed the
about,
two up. Okay, sorry. I meant Married with Children.
Yeah, Married with Children.
Yeah.
Where it's like Love and Marriage at the beginning. The song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All in the Family is this, and of course I
What
watched.
was
the
I
shit ton of-
thinking? Of?
Funny thing about this, they were really wanting you to hate
Oh,
the,
that's
the
an
main
older
dude
one.
in it. It was the same thing with Gul Dukat in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. The writers really hated that everyone really fucking, loved Gul Dukat, and the same thing in this show. They really hated that
It's the
that the
Rourke.
main father. What's his name? You ever watch this, Fred?
Is it Archie?
No, we didn't get that episode.
Oh,
series
you need to
as well.
watch this. First of all, this dude's based to shit.
I don't know why I mixed the names.
Good
though.
reason.
Yeah, that's why. The one I'm trying to think of the one I was thinking about. I can't. Was it Full House? That's the one. I fucking hate that one.
I was gonna say I thought
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The Nanny or
Yeah,
something.
that one's got skeletons in the closet.
Funny
Three's
enough,
Company was
I
good.
watched The
Good one.
Nanny a lot, of course.
Yeah.
Dude, like I said, I am a sitcom junkie. I
A
grew up.
sitcom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
What about Police
sitcom
Squad?
junkie.
Police Squad. It was canceled. There's only 6 episodes, but it's worth your
Dude,
time.
this show was so ass.
Oh, dude, no, it's horrible. That show's terrible. Have you guys ever seen Three's Company?
Yeah.
Never.
That was like the chart topper in the 70s.
Man,
It's a lot of physical humor. Yeah, you'd love it. Like, Three's Company is hilarious. It's like, and it was like the huge scandal in the day because it was
Yes,
like
I did watch that.
a guy who was roommate with 2 girls who everyone was single, basically.
Yeah.
So that never happened back in the day. Like, you would not have guys roommates with girls and things like that. So
Yeah.
So,
the whole
did y'all ever watch
like
show
cross
revolves
watching.
around that.
Yeah.
what was it? Bad Child. It had Gilbert Godfrey as like the principal or like teacher in the fucking movie.
Oh my god.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds great.
I gotta remember the name.
Gilbert
anyway, the dude
Godfrey
in
was in
this
a lot of
was,
things.
Yeah, it
John-
was.
That's
The
what he's talking.
blonde chick was replaced at one point, and
Yeah, her tits started.
And
aging.
no hover hands. Notice that.
no, this is the 70s.
0
They're
hover
all-
hands.
and the whole show's about that. Like,
Yeah.
So
about
I'm gonna
flirting.
point out one that I know Animated Moon's gonna love it.
Oh boy.
There's also MASH. Y'all know MASH, right?
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Sanford and Son.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That was great,
Sanford and
man.
Son. I fucking
That
love
is-
Sanford and
Good
Son.
one.
I told you you're gonna love it. I love.
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I love how unhinged. What is it, Red Fox? is his
Yeah.
name?
He does
Oh
not
my
give a
gosh.
fuck.
Oh, that guy's so funny.
I need to buy the season. It's been so long since I've watched it, but I love it. I love the one. There's one clip where so this was an older show, and then get away with saying faggoty and shit. And like the 2 broads piss him off, so he tells them to get out, and then he fucking grabs the coat they gave him and says, "Here, take your faggoty jacket as well."
He's so funny, man.
By the way, once again, all these liberals will call us racist, but we watched a lot of fucking black shows.
It's because they're idiots.
With them.
Yeah. No, MASH, Frederick, MASH is pretty. I like the first couple seasons. After that, it gets, it's fine, but it definitely changes quick because I think the writers changed after like season 2 or something like that. But that was one I grew up watching for sure.
When I was really sick, a long time ago, I'd have to stay up to take like antibiotics or whatever, and I had a TV in my room. And so late at night, while I was staying up, I would catch 3 things. I would catch Perry Mason, I would catch Twilight Zone, and I would catch Hogan's Heroes, like every night.
Excellent.
And it was, so Hogan's Heroes was another really funny one.
That's almost probably helped almost as much as the antibiotics there, right?
Yeah, probably, honestly.
So, Team Kage, to basically answer your question is, I don't know. I got too many. I've watched way too much.
A lot of good ones, though, so could be worse.
Oh, but speaking of Seinfeld, I actually remember a friend of mine shared a channel on YouTube, an artist who takes clips from Seinfeld and has designed all the different actors and characters as like kind of Don Bluth-esque characters, and they don't animate them because that would be like a ton of work. But we'll do kind of like these still shots, sort of like layout, sort of. It's like a storyboard, but the art's like finished, like it's a finished frame from a show or something like that. And we'll like put them into the different like clips and stuff like that. It's really funny. It's super
they have
well
like
done.
him bursting through the door like Kramer, basically, stuff like that.
It kind of. One of them was they're in like a restaurant and like they make the chefs really mad. There's the 8-ball clip where he's wearing the 8-ball jacket. And just the arts are really good. It's totally of that like 90s kind of era.
Very cool.
There's a lot. I see. Here's the thing. I grew up in a weird thing because I'm young, but I got to watch a lot of old shit, old cartoons and stuff. I even had a VHS, which is hilarious.
I still have
So did I.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm younger. Well, way younger than you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Are
you'd have to go buy one, basically, yeah. Like on eBay or something, right?
Let me put it like this. When I had a VHS, I also had my DVD player right next to it. PlayStation
I mean,
2.
same here.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got the DVD VHS combo.
Actually, I've got that as well. I've got a Sony.
No.
That's nice.
A separate DVD player.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Not a combo.
I couldn't get rid of the combo. I was like, this thing's too great.
I had a oh man, one of my the first TV I ever had was a VHS combo TV, and that thing was great because one day, I was hanging out with my brothers, and one of them was like, "Wait a minute, hold on." He plugs in an N64 and a blank tape,
I still
and
have
he
one,
hits
by the way.
record, and it recorded the video game, and we're like, "Oh, you can do that!"
This is before screen capture card.
Yeah, it's like kids don't know how good they have it nowadays, man. And so we still have a tape that we recorded like 20 years ago of like random Mario 64 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skate footage.
Like YouTube before YouTube. That's great.
Yeah. And we would sit there. I remember we would sit there and we'd watch it, and our mom would come in and be like, "No, we don't. I told you not to play video games," and we told her we're not. And she's like, "Are you serious?"
So I went out and I dug the DVD VHS combo out of the garage one day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a little TV for this. So I got like a 13-inch CRT.
Nice.
Put on top of it, so my kids, like, they still get to kind of experience that older technology. It's kind of cool.
I actually
Great to
Go
have.
ahead.
I actually have been getting into. I have kind of a mini TV collection. I have a little JVC like 6-inch display or something like that. Not even actually, it's probably
Ooh.
like 4-inch.
Those
And
things
it's-
are awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and it's technically a quote unquote portable TV. What portable meant back then.
Oh yeah. Like a suitcase.
Yeah, and has the handle and everything. But I actually have it hooked up to my computer in a really special way, though, because I also have a little like 8-inch Trinitron over in my kitchen, as well as another little black and white TV over there.
Yeah.
And what I did was I was like, like everything analog disappeared, right? Like analog isn't broadcasted anymore, right?
Right.
But that tech, like these TVs are still designed for analog.
Hmm.
So what if I just broadcasted a signal?
Like a local
just-
signal.
Yeah, like on channel 4. And it's technically legal. It's under like something like Article 13 within FCC regulations, so long as it's not like being like broadcast way out. And so
do it
I have a
There's such a power level. Then
yeah.
You're not broadcasting very far.
Yeah, exactly. But it's far enough to like reach into my kitchen, so I could throw YouTube up on an old CRT TV
That's
in my
awesome.
kitchen and watch that.
Well, yeah, we'll have to talk about. It sounds like you're into some of this stuff like I am. I'm probably
Oh, yeah.
more into it, so we'll have to
Dude,
talk
you
about
can
it.
find your old black and white movies and throw it on the old TV and get that vintage feel going through
I-
YouTube. That's
I view it as an idea to like get like a playlist just running on like channel 3 or something like that, and just being able to like tune in and just have Star Trek is on,
Yeah, I actually
your old TV programming.
I have a pretty decent just a small collection, but you guys might appreciate this. I have the original record of Lotus War on VHS.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Gunsmith Cats, Armitage the Third, Akira, a couple others.
Okay.
Like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's great.
I have like a little. There's some stuff that I kept, but mostly animated. But
No, that's stuff worth having, honestly.
yeah,
I never did get into Laserdisc though. My parents have a Laserdisc.
I never got
Yeah.
into it. Nick never got into it either.
I will say, so another thing that was really fun, my brother, a while back, he finished his collection of the original trilogy of Star Wars on VHS. And for the fun of it, we sat down in Discord and we were watching the movies while he was recording them, like
Mhm.
just transferring them digitally. And I gotta say, I think that's my favorite way to watch Star Wars. It's just like,
VHS.
because it's just like, because Star Wars to me isn't like peak cinema or anything. It's not like 2001: A Space Odyssey or anything like that. It's just supposed to be kind of fun,
Yeah,
and so it's just like it just kind
It's a
of
vibe.
makes it more relaxed, than what you get nowadays, where like everyone's like freaking chomping at the bit for more Star Wars and whatnot.
Which
Well, maybe
version
not
is
so
it?
much anymore.
Which versions was you watching? Animated Moon. Was it the before or after George did the retouches?
Oh, it was before. it was the like VHS run. I think they were like, I'll have to see when they were printed, but they were printed in like the 80s or something like that.
Yeah. I
yeah,
think
those
he-
can be tough to get.
He did a final reprint in VHS before he started doing the changes for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the earlier ones.
That's awesome.
And it doesn't matter, right? Because it's VHS, so it looks great
Yep.
regardless. That's the fun of it,
Yeah, and CRTs are great for that older tech, especially older gaming consoles. So,
Mhm.
and I'm
Yeah.
sure you know all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Actually, I watched a really interesting video going into a new piece of hardware called the the RetroTink 4K or something like that. Pretty dang expensive, but it actually a big feature of it is doing proper, accurate, or at least as accurate as you can get CRT filters and stuff like that. Not like the really cheap ones that you get with emulators and whatnot.
Yeah.
In order to preserve the sort of blending and nuance that you get with CRTs for those older games.
Yeah, those things were built like tanks.
Mhm.
CRTs.
There's some really nice
Yeah.
models as well. You can find those old TVs with rounded corners. Some
Mhm.
TVs had really nice designs and were space. Felt like they're out of the Jetsons sometimes when you get those really old.
Yeah. Well, oh man, there are some like mini TVs that came out in like the 50s or the like 60s and 70s. It's just like, oh, I want that. I want that on a shelf.
It's past retro, it's
capsule.
vintage.
Yeah.
I
Good
wonder if I
times.
can find N64 games. I still have my N64.
Unfortunately, you
Okay.
can, but unfortunately, the market's gotten really expensive because a bunch of Yahoo's jacked up the prices arbitrarily to create a economy bubble out of them.
Yeah, that doesn't
Really
surprise me at
sucks.
all.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good connection there, so if you guys want any N64 games, I could probably get you a decent price.
Ooh. Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I used to
let me
play
know. Seriously.
the like demolition bomber game, where like
Oh yeah.
it's like tag. You know, you hit the other person with the bomb and the timer, and they're trying to hit the other car to pass
Is
it
that
on.
Bomberman? I can't
I don't
remember.
remember the name.
Yeah, I
That's
don't think it's
long.
Bomberman.
Mm.
I think I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
It was
My buddy's
Long.
been trying to track down Beetle Adventure Racing.
I'm
Beetle
trying to
car
think.
craze.
I'm trying to think of N64 games I'm after. I think it would be fun to pick up Banjo Tooie.
Mhm.
I have Kazooie. I feel like there's one I'd really like to get my hands on, but I can't remember.
Parker's Bad Fur Day.
Nah,
Oh my god.
that's a high ticket item.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's
like
a pretty pricey one.
yeah, Super Nintendo's the one that I really have games I'd love to get my hands on, but unfortunately, that's like it's all the bigger ticket items now.
Mhm.
Did Nintendo ever re-release? Well, I don't think they'll do it now because of the Switch. But remember when they came out with the mini Nintendo?
Yeah, the NES Mini and the SNES Mini and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Well, they don't have very many more consoles to do. Honestly, you could do like the GameCube, I guess, but
Just don't buy the Bluey game for Nintendo Switch. I bought that for my kids, even though I knew it was probably going to be bad, and it was very bad. And I tried to return it, and they would not take my return. So I said, "Well, I look forward to never shopping here again." So
Why wouldn't they take your return back?
because it was opened, they think that they were like,
Oh,
"Oh, people
yeah.
copy the game." I'm like, my wife works retail. I know that you can return these. So anyway,
Walmart was like that as well, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. Like if you opened it, it's like, oh, you can't return. It's like, well,
so
this
now I'm
game's
stuck with this game.
like
I'm probably just gonna sell on eBay or something now.
yeah.
yeah.
God, I remember. So, Ultimate Tenkaichi game, Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah.
I remember wanting it so bad. It was awful. But I finally got it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, this sucks.
Honestly, Dragon Ball games of the last few years, like Fighters and stuff like that, have looked pretty sick.
Sparking
Yeah.
Zero looks like I already pre-ordered and shit. It looks great. We didn't think it
Nice.
was gonna have GT in it. It
Mm.
fucking did, and it has all the movie villain characters as well. It's like, oh my god, because the game we ended up getting a GT trailer, and this was funny because we got down to like the last 25 character slot on the roster that they were showing in trailers. And the next trailer, they announced it, and they're like, "Oh, it's the next great trailer." And then you had people being like, "It's got to be GT." They're saying great trailer, the super trailer thing that they put in the title. They're like, "But the super's lowercase, so it must be GT." And we're all like, "Yeah, I think you're fucking crazy." Oh, it was right.
Mm.
Oh my
then-
god.
The entire game roster got leaked.
Mm.
So it had like 10 characters showing left on the thing, and turns out that it's more than 10.
Like
forgot
secret
how-
characters or something.
Well,
Hidden characters.
the 164 was the slot numbers on the trailer.
Okay.
Turns out the main game has 182
Dang.
the roster slot.
Dang, that's crazy.
Now this is a Budokai Tenkaichi game, and it's a Dragon Ball game, so each
Yeah.
variation of a character is considered a character.
Basically
Yeah.
the same character, just different sprites. Yeah.
Yeah, different moves basically.
Yeah. Fake
But
news.
you know, this is a sequel to Budokai Tenkaichi 3, so it's expected. But looks great.
Well, hey, friends, I got to get hopping off here to head out to a birthday dinner. So you guys have fun, and I will
See
see
you
you
later.
next time.
Yeah,
All
see
right.
you
Yeah,
later.
good one, man.
Okay.
Glad that you're able to make it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great time. I wouldn't miss it. Have a good night, guys.
You have a good supper, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
And this is Umbrella's list. Halloween Town, Scooby Doo live action, which I actually like.
I like
Yeah.
that movie too, actually.
I just love that it was actually supposed to be a like rated R.
Oh my
even,
god.
even now, it's still a stoner comedy.
And they're like, no, you can't do that. And he's like, all right, but he still kind of left it in there. And then the Blair Witch Project, like, I feel like we go from like really happy, wholesome stuff to fucking the Blair Witch.
Yeah, it's going to be one hell of a wheel because we can get anything.
Well, I was trying to think what would be entertaining to watch, and review, and also what have I not seen in a while. So
Halloween Town. I need to remember which one that is.
that's my childhood there. Is it good?
Oh, I think I remember seeing this. I don't remember. It's a Disney show. Of course it is.
Being a good
No,
movie was never a requirement.
What the fuck is this? I don't think I
Just a
ever watched
plus.
this.
Yeah, it was like I think a Disney Channel TV movie.
Yeah, and it's kind of
And-
weird. I don't think I may have watched it a long time ago. I think me and you are around like the exact same age.
That cover, it's so good.
What the Halloween Town.
Oh no. Now I'm legitimately
Oh
scared.
god. Look at that Photoshop job.
Oh, I have watched this. Never
Oh
mind.
boy.
This sounds like a bad idea.
Oh, I don't remember this being quite that good of a movie, if I remember.
It is purely childhood nostalgia for me.
Oh my god, if this lands on it, I'm probably going to be watching that and being like, you know what? I'm starting to remember this. 'Cause I completely blanked in my mind. If I remember correctly, the little girl was fucking annoying as shit in the movie. Her-
That was a tendency back then for some reason.
Yeah, this movie does seem familiar. What was the plot?
Yeah, you want me to spoil? I guess I can spoil.
Yeah, go ahead, spoil. I mean, I'm sure.
No, I was gonna watch this movie totally, and like I'm looking so forward to it.
Yeah, I'm sure we're all. Yeah.
So the whole concept of it is that, well, it's Halloween night, of course, and their grandma comes to visit, and she is like this wild, imaginative type, reads them like bedtime stories and whatnot, and their mom's like, "Oh, you can't be filling their head with all of this like fantasy stuff," and they end up wanting to go back with their grandma, I think, like on the night bus.
Oh my god, it's even fucking free on YouTube, so you have to watch it,
Oh
Frederick.
Oh
gosh.
my god.
And it ends
I have a
up that
dentist appointment that evening.
Yeah, I just had something come up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
it ends up that their grandma lives in Halloween Town,
Mm-hmm.
where all of like the monsters you hear about in surrounding Halloween and horror in general dwells there, and they are a family of witches and warlocks.
Do we see any monsters in the movie?
Yes.
I'm watching clips of this. I still don't remember this. Oh yeah, dude, because the fucking taxi skeleton, dude. Yeah, I've really blanked out the fucking memory of this movie. I just remember the main chick, her, and the little girl because she was annoying. And there was like multiple sequels to this movie.
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Just-
god.
Just because I grew up with them, yeah, and I really enjoyed them whenever I was a kid. Are they good now?
No.
No, but they're still really nostalgic for me. I will say that much. It's funny to like look back on it and just see how cringeworthy it is.
And how much your parents want to just strangle you because you kept playing it. Because you had it record. You know what? I bet you had it recorded. Like a DVRs.
You're not wrong.
You're like, oh, I want to watch this. And you're like, fuck.
I just remember the grandma in that. Who is she? I know she's a well-known actress.
God. Y'all remember the DVR recording shit?
A little bit.
I never had one, but I know of them. I know people who had some.
We did, and it was no, we didn't have the VHS one. We had the actual cable and satellite shit thing.
Yeah, we had TiVo for a time.
Yeah, TiVo. That's what it was called at first.
Yeah, the grandma in that is Debbie Reynolds. I don't know. I think she's the mother of Carrie Fisher. And she's been in different stuff.
My God, this movie's gonna be atrocious if we have to watch this.
Sounds like a fun time.
This is like the go bankrupt on the wheel, right? This is like the one. You have to make this one black. Like
This is the one when it lands on it, we re-roll it again. You know.
No, but you know what you do? You put the best one we're all wanting to watch right next to this one that's after. So we're all going to be on edge if we see the wheel get next. Yes. No, don't go further. No. It's exciting.
Also remember like the main girl in it. Her like I've seen her in other stuff too. I remember her specifically more in like you remember Rose Red.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that.
Was
Like-
she in Rose Red?
Yeah, she. I was trying to think. I don't know what the character's name is, but I remember her distinctly in it. I think she was the one with the mental handicap or something.
Oh.
Probably had psychological abilities. Like I don't know. I can't remember.
Let me look up Rose Red. I think it's been a while since I watched that. I don't remember giving me nightmares with the fucking the dude's aunts in that movie.
Is that the mama's boy?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't
Oh,
stand
fuck that character.
Yeah, I hate that character.
This shit, yeah. By the way, it's that dude. He's like his aunts are like coming through the mirrors and shit and talking to him as like dead corpses.
Yeesh.
I was almost going to put Rubber on the list, but I don't know if it's horror enough.
Oh yeah, that's a weird one.
Such an odd movie.
I just barely remember Rubber.
There's the 2010 version.
It definitely tried to do something, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's more of a concept. Like, I don't know how rewatchable it is.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's the fucking.
Wow, that's a great poster.
I like that poster. That is a nice poster.
The fucking cop's like, what? Why is he posing on this big ass tire? You know.
I like how everything in this movie, the whole theme is no fucking reason. It's like a tire just came to life. Why? No fucking reason. Chicks randomly showing her tits. Why? No reason.
A movie he did after
it's
that.
blowing
is
up
even-
brains. No reason.
The movie he did after that is even worse. Like, you barely understand the movie. It was too much.
Over the Garden Wall. I don't think I've actually ever heard of that.
Yeah. It's like the gardener. It's all about the gardener, and it's there's a whole thing about the tree. The tree appears and disappears. It's very surreal.
Oh, I know. I also need to read that that comic you gave me. There in Halloween. That fits it.
Yeah, I read part of it halfway through, and it was pretty good.
It's a Cartoon Network.
It was the last really, truly good thing Cartoon Network put out, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know me and Otter usually watch it every year around Halloween.
I've watched it a few times. It's really good. It's not normally something I would be into, but it's an exception.
You know, this either can be a horror shot or she's just blushing, you know?
Yeah, been really. It's one of those nights where I'm just struggling to draw. So
She's,
Those nights suck.
oh, you know what? We could also put Event Horizon.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Predator.
Predator's a fucking masterpiece, dude.
Yes, it is.
I will
None of y'all-
die on that hill. We have Alien, right? That was one of your.
Yeah, we have Alien, Gremlin 2, and Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is. It'd be fun to revisit it. I haven't seen it in a long time, and it's kind of apropos right now.
I've
It's a
never
very-
actually seen the movie all the way through.
It's a very fun movie. It's not my favorite thing ever. It's a movie where I'll watch through it and I'll be like, yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. There's some cool imagery, but the story, it was good. It was fine. And I just kind of move on from there.
I like.
What was?
I like the
Do y'all
miniature
remember the
town.
Igor movie?
Oh, Igor?
The animated one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Vaguely.
watched it.
Is that a Tim Burton?
No,
No, but it was kind of like ripping off Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I did not
And,
like that movie.
The only funny part about it really was the I think the rabbit who was just constantly trying to kill himself. He failing at it. He just wanted to die. That was it. That was his host character. And it's been I think I rewatched Sleepy Hollow earlier this year.
I haven't seen it. Well, I watched it a couple years back, actually.
I did. I watched it this summer, and I forgot how fucking star-studded the cast was. You had like
Yeah.
Palpatine, Dumbledore, and then Vernon from fucking Harry Potter all in the same scene. Oh, and the what's his name? The dude from Alien, the chest burster. He's in it as well.
Oh.
And it was like, Jesus Christ, this cast. Like that was insane in that scene.
Which movie are you talking about?
Sleepy Hollow is the one with Johnny Depp.
Right. Yeah, I've seen it. I didn't like particularly like it when I saw it.
Well, maybe when you rewatch it, you'll like it more.
I'm open to it. You know, another one would be The Crow. I don't know if The Crow's. It's a Halloween. Halloween's Eve.
I really like The Crow.
The Crow's so good. Can I change one of my options for The Crow?
You have to edit your message.
Okay. It's worth it though.
The Crow is
soundtrack-
like the best grunge movie out there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll change
Very
Little Shop
much
because Little
so.
Shop I've seen it a few years ago. The Crow I'd be willing to watch it again.
The Crow is a wild story, like not just like the actual story, but like the story behind it. The guy who made that.
Yes.
Because it was a comic first.
Yes. So he was working in a garage, and he himself had a tragic story of losing his girlfriend. I think it was in a car accident.
I think so, yeah.
So he was motivated by tragedy to tell this tale to start with, and add that to Brandon Lee's tragedy while filming it. This movie's got layer upon layer of tragedy. And there was another The Crow adaptation this year, and it too was a tragedy.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Sounds like they completely ruined the main female character.
Yeah, there was barely any redeeming qualities to this film. Like the good side of it was that it was very low budget. I think 50 million. So having it not make hardly any money is not as much of a loss as the what's the video game movie that's doing really bad? Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So
I was gonna say which one, but yeah.
Borderlands having made more money is still a bigger flop because it cost so much to make in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, the Borderlands movie wasn't cheap. I think that was over $100 million budget.
Oh yeah, no, it was expensive, relatively speaking. But
This has
man,
been-
did it look cheap.
Yeah, this has been the year of woke shit just absolutely bombing. We had, we had the Dustborn came out, done awful. Concord.
Concord's
Then-
incredible because it didn't even come out. They just ripped it
No,
out.
it came out. It was there
Yeah.
for about a week, and then got
Yeah.
shut down.
Oh, it
In a
was a
week.
week. Okay.
And here's the thing, Frederick. $100 million budget over at least on that fucking game. They
Yeah.
pulled the plug immediately and issued refunds to everyone.
Which at least they did that.
So the only way they're not gonna like totally implode is because they're Sony, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the studio probably imploded.
Both of them are not doing. Everyone except Nintendo is not doing well right now, anyways. Like Microsoft is just buying everything up. Sony is people. I think people are starting to wake up to how greedy this fucking company is. Like they've been in a daze since PS4's announcement and shit of like, oh, Sony's the best and consumer friendly, and I think they're now starting to go, yeah, Sony's starting to fucking suck and being greedy as hell. Like
Yeah, the PS5 is like a horror story. The pricing on that thing, it doesn't come with a control.
the PS5 Pro, it is I think $700 without the stand
and the disc drive, right?
Yeah, no disc drive without the stand, and you have to pay $80 for the DVD disc drive or the Blu-ray one, and then you have to spend $30 on this shitty plastic stand. So it comes out to almost like $800 without tax for this fucking console. Oh, and if you live outside of America in like the UK or European Union countries, it's around $1,000 for all that.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this has been one of the worst console generations
Ever.
There's been no actual next gen exclusive games. Almost every one of them have been released on PS4 or Xbox One this year.
Or
So
just
the
straight up
message is
PC.
basically buy yourself a gaming
Oh.
PC at that price.
Pretty
And-
much that, and play older games.
Yeah.
And Sony's fixing to have another flop on our hands, guys,
Which one?
because we have another live service game that's fixing to come out from Sony.
Oh, great.
It is a woke heist game where you're stealing from the rich and giving to the poor.
Oh God.
I don't know if y'all have seen it.
No, I haven't bothered. I don't bother with a lot of things, if you can't tell.
What is it? Let me pull it up. Dude. And by the way, Sony started up this company and then bought them as well. So it's 100% a Sony game. What was it? Free games. Sony game. I'm trying to look it up. Oh boy, what was the name of it?
So this is my undo marker.
Ooh.
What was the name of this game? Need to find it. It's going to be another major flop. Because
Most likely.
I think the economy we're in right now, fair game. That's what it's called. Plus, people just getting tired of this shit. I think we're actually starting to see these companies are going to course correct really fucking quick. Well, hopefully Sony doesn't copyright that. I'll take the risk. Here we go. Wait until you see this turd pile.
Oh boy.
Oh, and by the way, the main dudes over this game, I think, are like former Ubisoft employees.
Oh, isn't that a wonderful
Boy.
sign?
And the game looks remarkably like a fucking Ubisoft game.
Seems like everyone does these days. It's simple. Too much money and too much power is held by just
Oh God.
How obvious and on the nose can you get?
about it. Let's go.
Oh,
So let's all get
God.
arrested and let's spend the rest of our days in jail.
Here, let me-
Dude, where did they get the money to buy that gear? It costs way more than the fucking.
They don't
watch.
know. It's magical
So-
bullshit gear. Yeah.
So they took the concept of Watch Dogs and somehow made it even stupider.
It reminds
Yes.
me of that TV show that was made up in Canada, the Robin, I think it was called Robin.
Oh
and the Hood.
gosh. Oh my god.
Just me, or do all of these character designs, are they all starting to feel the same in video games now? It's like we've got
Are they-
these pink-haired, non-binary Ubermenches. Like, what the fuck am I... Like, look at that. How
At
many
least-
games are we seeing this type of character design? I
At
can
least
count
she's
at least
not
half a
fat.
dozen.
Potter. At least she's not another overweight character like.
Concord.
Yes.
Yeah, she's also has her eyebrows drawn on.
Well, that's anti face recognition makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon
That's how that works.
Yes.
God.
Fair game.
And there's your another shitty Sony.
Yeah,
It's coming out.
I am so not buying that game.
Like,
The best way I can put it is it's like everyone decided the world they wanted to reflect was a fashion runway.
Yeah, that's a great way of describing it. It's
It
like...
just comes off as pretentious and like a fashion runway is like whatever, right? It's kind of meant to be gaudy, like that's like the whole point. But like, it's what it is. It knows what it is. You know, this is a freaking video game.
Right.
You could have done anything, and you did that. I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either. It gets so stupid after a while. Like, it's just like every game has to have this type of character design to it now. Every AAA game, it seems. And it's like, there's nothing that's appealing about it. It's like, what type of fantasy is this trying to appeal to? I see absolutely nothing in it. It feels more like a circle jerk than it does an actual game that's trying to be sold for to fulfill some kind of need or fantasy.
Well, that's ultimately what it is. I refer to it as just self-indulgence, just pure self-indulgence.
Yeah.
Which, like, here's the thing: like, there is a lot of like movies out there and stuff like that is like an indulgence, right? But the good ones are the ones that kind of know it, and so don't take themselves too seriously, and don't like try to like have some stupid message or whatever. Because if you're gonna discuss something like economic disparity, like, okay, fair enough. Are you actually gonna look into it, research it, actually come to a like intelligent conclusion, or have something interesting to say, like say Deus Ex from like 24 years ago? Because if so, cool, that can be neat, right? Deus Ex is a pretty cool game,
Yeah,
but it was clear that they actually put thought into the dialogue.
right.
You know, like that's not what you're getting with this. It's just like a stupid petty indulgence. It's just like, no, I don't care.
Well, Deus Ex was also very speculative when it came to dealing with more topical issues. Like it would often talk about different philosophical ideas that were being proposed. There was usually at least 2 or 3 different like major ideas that were like causing friction. That was pretty much the whole basis of the plot in the first game. It's like how should the world be run now that we've got this we've gotten to this point in society? What should be done?
Well, and that's
go ahead.
I was going to say, and that's how a topic like that needs to be kind of like the light that it needs to be shown in. Because when you have it as the kind of stupid cops and robbers kind of BS, all it does is it just makes it seem really childish. And it's like, okay, guys, you're talking about things that are way outside of the scope of your little world here. Like, again, it just comes off as pretentious and.
Well, there's no subtlety to it either. Like so much of it just feels like everybody just kind of like riffing off of what pretty much like ancient like old Marxist philosophy. It's like, oh, the working class will rise up. That's what the vast majority of these games are actually getting to whenever they're addressing quote unquote topical issues. It's a Marxist circle jerk. That's all it is. There's no subtlety to it either.
Well, there's no discussion to it. There's no like, because that's their whole thing, right? A lot of the times that I hear, like, it's like, oh, we're bringing up topics that need to have a discussion. It's like the second that anyone has a discussion with us, you start yelling at them because they disagree with you. You don't want a discussion. You want to say you're right. Like, let's not beat around the bush at this point, guys. Like, seriously.
I think all notion of subtlety has kind of fallen off a cliff at this point when it's come to that anyway.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's not even really a one-sided thing that's the issue. It's just it's just I don't know, the way people act now is just so bizarrely. I mean, and granted, the way people act online, I should specify, is so bizarrely myopic. Just good grief, man.
And then we had Star Wars Outlaws didn't do well.
Yeah, go figure.
Star Wars Outlaws didn't do so well because their original prediction was 8 million copies sold, and then they reduced it to 5, and I don't think it hit that.
Oh, but Shadows is going to save him, man. It's not like there isn't already a game that makes a great Japanese-based Assassin's Creed.
Oh man, well, I'm just ready for it,
I don't care.
Like, let them burn money. It's gonna be fun to watch. Because a lot of these games are just holdovers from when they were really pushing that stuff, and I think how badly they're gonna do these companies. Some of them are gonna be like, you know what, we're not doing this no more. We're done. This ain't making us no money. We're losing a lot. That's the hope. And what else? Oh, Dragon Age 4 is coming out this year.
Who's excited for Dragon Age 4?
I know people who are, and I feel bad for them. Although, I don't know, they'll probably dig it. I don't know.
It looks like they took only the most basic surface level lessons from Baldur's Gate 3 and said, hey, how can we make this linear and just worse overall?
I think more gameplay got released of it.
I don't care. Out of all the companies that are most certainly a shell of their former selves, friggin' BioWare's at the top of that list.
I love seeing Go ahead, Billy.
So I want to. Here's the thing: I don't really care in the sense of like, oh, it's hurting my feelings. I just want to see how much of a dumpster fire it is. Like, that's what I'm excited for. Just be like, how bad is it? Because I think it's going to be one of the worst games. Not the worst game of this year, but one of them. And I think it might actually be the death of BioWare.
I have a feeling it may very well be.
Because I don't see how you can have 3 games flop really fucking bad in a row and EA not go, you know what, we're shutting you down.
What was the third game? Because I know Anthem.
So it
What was
was
the other one?
It was well, this would be the third time, wouldn't it? No. You had Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this is the third one. I'm trying to remember, like, BioWare has been like in a tailspin of not that much releases, and every time they do, it's bad.
Like for over half a decade, honestly. Actually, over half a decade. Because, like, when did Andromeda come out?
2017.
Okay, so it's a little later than I was thinking. So yeah, about a little over half a decade. I mean, what else have they put out?
Anthem?
Is that it?
I think so.
I think that's it. Other than
Like-
maybe. Okay, I'll look it up.
Thing is, keep in mind, Dragon Age 4, when it was called Dreadwolf, now they changed it to Veilguard this year. But that game's been in development, like full development, since 2017, 2018. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it did. Like, I mean, they released Mass Effect Legendary Edition. That probably is the only thing like keeping them afloat.
Yeah, but that wasn't even them. That was another studio that they hired in
Was
to go.
it?
Yeah, I don't think it was actually BioWare themselves going in.
Oh yeah, so the only other game back in 2019 was Anthem. And now they have Veilguard apparently coming out. Yeah, Dragon.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh my gosh. Well, and here's the thing. It was announced in 2018. Games are getting way, like... You gotta, like... What?
Compare this design to like the most basic bitch NPC design in Baldur's Gate 3. Look
What
at
is
just some
going
of
on
the
with his
basic
eyes?
tieflings.
This is the main character, I think, by the way.
Look
or
at some
the
of the
great-
basic tieflings in Baldur's Gate 3 and compare it to this guy, who is a main character, by the way.
I think that it's a matter of too many cooks in the kitchen nowadays.
Well, with this game, it's development hell. This game's got restarted at least 3 times.
Yeah. Well, and the friggin' head of the department or whatever, the guy behind those games in general, he got gone. He left.
Hail
Like-
Wrangler.
All of the old they're all gone. This is the same thing
Yeah.
with like, what happened to Pixar. All of them are gone.
Yeah.
This ain't even the, how do I put this? We had original BioWare team, strong as fuck, knew what they were doing, great IPs, great games, you know? And then we got the EA version 1, which wasn't that great, but still wasn't too terrible on some of them. And now we're getting like the leftover company. Like,
Well, it's what I don't understand is like, you know, I see this in filmmaking, for example. It's like, oh hey, freaking what's his face? The E.T. What was his name? Doggone it. The frick is his name?
E.T.
He did E.T.
Oh, Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg, yeah. It's like, oh man, Steven Spielberg's gonna make a new movie. It's like, and James Cameron's gonna make a movie. And it's like, these guys are like 70 years old. You know, like, these guys are old.
They're well past their prime in filmmaking, too.
Where new directors? Where are people like what happens when these guys die or just can't do it anymore? And they're like, yeah, no, I'm old. I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, the younger generation are not watching movies, apparently.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
You know what's really crazy to think about? Clint Eastwood has outlived Betty White and James Earl Jones at this point, and Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Like, his competition is Harrison Ford right now, Steven Spielberg. Oh, what's the other one? The George Lucas is still alive.
George Lucas, I guess. I don't know.
Uh,
Friggin' Peter Jackson.
yeah. Peter
It's-
Jackson.
I mean, you're absolutely right, Frederick. Like, yeah, kid, like the younger generation isn't watching movies, and I'll freaking tell you why. It's because, like, what do they have to enjoy?
Look
The
at
next
this-
Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's like
look
they
at
don't
this
have like they
gameplay.
don't get anything from movies.
Here's the gameplay, guys.
Yeah, this looks like a real CRPG to me.
Did you guys see the release of the Hobbit game that just came out from a company in New Zealand?
No,
Actually, no.
Everyone's
no.
like,
The mobile game that they got the rights to.
no, it's a Hobbit game, and people are upset because the hobbits are black and the developers have blue hair and all that. So it's a huge like backlash again.
So
oh, grass is green.
if I remember correctly, right around the same time that Amazon got the rights to the appendages from Return of the King to make their adaptation, the game, I think, like game and board game rights got sold off to like a New Zealand company or something. In which that's when we got like the Magic the Gathering, like race swap cards of Lord of the Rings characters. That's where we got Black Aragorn.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's going too far, man. Seriously.
And this whole time, I'm just sat there thinking, you know, every now and again, I'll come across like things on African folklore or like African swords or weapons and things like that, like really cool stuff like that, their history and whatnot, like pre-colonial history and whatnot. And there's like actual African writers who I bet would be thrilled with a movie deal for their book or something like that. You know, it's like there are actual books that you guys could go out and like buy the rights to and make a writer's day and then make an awesome movie.
Not real diversity they're after. They wanted this. It's like communism. It's like they're destroying the heroes of the past.
But see, here's the thing, Animated Moon. They don't check the boxes that they want in the stories. And if they do actually
Exactly.
buy the rights, what they'll do is they'll make it lame and gay.
Yeah, probably.
Like even if
That's
the
why
character-
I'm glad that they don't buy the rights because they would screw it up. But
yeah, like even if the character is gay in the story, they're gonna change it to make it even more gay. You know,
Gotta make them even
stereotypical.
gay.
obnoxious.
Well, I was watching a video last night. I think this guy really explained it well. It's like his main argument was, you know what? Video games are just getting gayer, like all across the board. They're getting really gay, and he's like, the reason why is that it's not just having gay characters. It's that you're basically making caricatures of gay characters, and that's front and center focus. It's like, this isn't really a character. This is an archetype. It's a stereotype, in fact.
Well, exactly, right?
So did y'all watch that video of like that the gay writer dude who like he had like a romance book or whatever, and the publishers were trying to get it. Like he had the like agent lady actually trying to get his book published, but like all the publishers were wanting to change the fuck out of his story and make the main character gay. Have y'all seen that?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't.
I think it was I forgot who it was. I think it was Raven or one of them posted it on Discord a while back where he was going through it and he's just like, yeah, like I could not get my thing published because of this stupid stuff for these publishers wanting all your characters to be gay and all this other shit. And this was coming from a gay man, by the way. He was just like, no. Like I'm not compromising my fucking story I'm wanting to tell for your like political stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and that's ultimately the thing about it, right? Like, freaking, I don't really care what kind of story someone makes. Just be freaking genuine. Like,
Right.
if it's not for me, then like, fair enough. Like, there's plenty of stuff that I don't care for, right? But like, gone, man, I hate the pretentiousness of it all. It reminds me of that one Far Side cartoon. You see if you can find it. It perfectly sums up a lot of things.
Don't you send me a link, boy. Don't send me a link. You're cursed.
I'm sending you an image, is what I'm sending you.
Yeah, that was so funny. Okay, I'm going to bring this up, Animated Moon. It was so funny that out of all the things that actually got my video blocked, the stream last one.
Wait, what?
Tenkage showed, or the other ones. No. It was specifically the one you you showed off. The what was it, Deimos or something?
Deimos?
Yeah, anime.
Demo?
Demos, whatever it was called. It starts with a D.
Oh
Good
boy.
I mean,
cartoon,
that- Geez, did I share that? I probably did, and yeah, that makes sense.
You were like, because you brought it up and stuff, so I clicked on the link and played the trailer. That was the one that actually blocked my video because it was high.
Yeah, you have to, man. Like, I do not listen to like anything, like any Japanese music or anything like that on the stream because it's like guaranteed it's gonna get flagged in like 3 seconds. But yeah, this image basically sums it up in my opinion.
Well, Bandai's like, they're kind of the worst when it comes to copyright, copywriting stuff and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this? Oh, they're all fucking sheep wolves in sheep clothing. What is this from?
This is from Far Side. It was a comic strip from back in the day, like newspapers.
See, that's why you don't tell anyone you're tricked getting them food and stuff, you know? See, this one, he blabbed his mouth too much, so everyone went, oh, that's a great idea. Let's all try it out. No, man. You know, look at Umbrella's. You know, Umbrella, I was surprised she didn't pick Corpse Bride. When did Corpse Bride come out?
I want to say like 2003 or something. I don't know.
It's right around that time, I believe. 2003, 4, somewhere around there.
I don't think 2005.
Okay.
I know it couldn't have been like 2003 because I actually was a kid when it came out. I do actually like it.
I haven't seen it in years.
It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy the movie.
What's his name? Chris. Dude who played Saruman.
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah, Christopher Lee. Yeah, he was the priest in the movie.
Oh yeah, that is right. I forgot about that.
Oh wow, I might have to. I think I rewatched it. Oh, you know what? I'm really surprised you didn't pick Animate Moon.
What's that?
Coraline.
I thought about it, but I was like, I was just like, I already have one animated thing, and it is spooky, and it would fit, but it's not like I don't think of watching it during Halloween. I guess.
What, Coraline?
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, but like personally for me, like I don't think about watching it during Halloween.
The movie takes place during the summer, doesn't it?
Something like that, like spring or something. I don't think it's because they're planting things. They're planting like flowers and whatnot.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, at the end of the movie,
Yeah,
or maybe it does. No. It takes place in winter. Never mind. I think it does.
Does it?
because- Yeah, I think it takes place in like fall. It takes place around fall into winter because the whole plot point was her parent. No, never mind. I'm getting confused with the snow globe thing
yeah, no,
where they got put into it.
yeah, no, because it takes place in like Washington or something like that, Pacific Northwest. So if it was in winter, there'd be snow.
You know what that reminds me of? It was the old Pixar shorts.
Which ones?
The snow globe, the horny snow globe.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I remember
wow.
that.
I
You don't remember that
barely remember that one.
Oh, let me. Pixar shorts, snow globe. I think they censored it as well.
Oh really?
Well, I mean, the chick had like ginormous tits.
Oh, that's right. Man, that was weird.
Knick-Knack, that was it.
Yeah.
Forgot what movie that constantly played on that I watched. I always felt bad for the snow globe, of course. He never got the hot babe.
It's kind of like the coyote never getting the roadrunner.
I'm trying to remember what movie this. Oh, this is the censored version. So they like massively reduced her tits and shit.
What tits?
I can find the.
She has none.
Yeah, they censored it. Yeah, I'm mixing it up.
The anti-women.
No, it's just it was a bit raunchier in the original version. A bit more raunchy.
Well, we can't have that clearly.
Like,
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They censored this one. This is the original
Why did
one.
they censor that?
You know why. You
It's
know
so
why.
it's so fucking stupid. It's like you had to censor that.
Now she's just built
That
like
reminds-
Mrs. Incredible.
So her tits remind. So there was it was an old PS2 game. I just remember the one level where these fat ladies had like massive tits, and you had to like grab them, pinch them, and then pop them to get them to fly off in the air.
What kind of games?
This was off
What-
the PS2.
wait,
I think
Panic?
Before.
Stretched Panic? Are you talking about Stretched Panic?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the stretch
Holy crap! That is a deep cut, man.
I'll keep remember the name after this. I'll play some of that.
Oh my gosh!
You literally grab them by the tits to pull it and pop it, fucking fly
Yeah,
off.
that is such a weird game, man. I mean, PS2, like the thing that made that such an incredible console was, I mean, you did not know what you were gonna get with the PS2. It had everything.
Like, look at it, Frederick.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
Yeah, this is what Frederick thinks of when you ask for like a C cup on like the drawing. So that's what goes through Frederick's mind, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. I forgot what else they censored in this one. It's her tits and I think another part.
I'm surprised they didn't make the snowman black.
Yeah, clearly this is an undertone for white supremacy. Because why does the snowman have to be white?
Well, he could be brown, but I wouldn't go near that snow. Yeah. Maybe this was when I was watching like Toy Story on the VHS. It played that.
Um,
Oh yeah, that's what they said. I forgot that's what they censored. Another part.
Yeah, I remember that.
Giant tits.
Boom.
All right, let's see if that gets copyrighted. I don't think it would, but
It's pretty old.
it is in Disney.
Yeah, it's pretty Disney.
Yeah.
So, what was the name of that game again?
Which one?
The Stretchy.
oh, Stretched Panic.
Was this in front of Finding Nemo? It might have actually been. It's been a long time since I watched Finding Nemo. I never watched.
Same here, actually.
I never watched the second one. What'd you say it was?
Stretched Panic.
It was a weird fucking game.
The only reason I know about this game is freaking Game Grumps played it years ago.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it's a unique looking game, that's for sure.
Yep, and I played it. I was a little kid. I really distinctly remember about. Look at that.
It's the weirdest thing, man.
It seems like a game that you don't want to play while having epilepsy.
Well,
Do you want to play any game while having epilepsy?
Well, especially this game. Yeah, those are perfectly natural.
oh yeah.
The fuck?
No wonder she fell off. She can't see anything.
Like you grab the tip, pinch them, and then you pop them.
Was this on PS2?
Yeah, PS2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are what I call backbreakers.
I don't even remember why the fucking tits were like that.
I don't know if there's a reason.
She was born this way.
I feel like the devs were really high whenever they made this.
Either that or it's like that one show where Gynax came up with it while they were just like blackout drunk and then just started working on it the next day.
Yeah.
It's usually how it goes. Yeah.
I just remember playing this. I don't remember much about this game. I just distinctly remember this part. 'Cause how fucking hilarious it was.
There's a nostalgia for old games.
There you go, people. It's a real game.
The world was different back then, folks.
It's a real game.
It was a time of psychedelics and titties.
What was some other
That's a
weird
great
shit?
opening for a book, Otter. Are you going to use that for the second book?
Let me make a note of it.
I just.
So the 60s.
Yeah.
Did any of y'all watch Barnyard either?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Barnyard.
Yeah.
Like
It was
the
a
mean cow barnyard.
movie.
Yeah, that barnyard.
the,
Still
the,
got my
the,
copy.
the male cow with udders.
Yep.
I still got my copy. You know.
Why does that remind me of fucking Kingpin? When they're it's like he is on the Amish farm. He's like, "Oh yeah, I milked the cow. It took me a few minutes, but once it got going, yeah, I had no problems then." And their response is, "We don't have a cow. We've got a bull."
I don't know. Have you never seen this, Frederick?
Hold on. No, I don't think so.
Oh god, the meme.
The movie was so bad.
It's so fucking weird.
I remember that the
Oh my
ads for it
God.
being everywhere. I never watched it though. It just looked so weird.
They did
I
like
did.
an actual TV series for this too.
Yeah, it did.
I just remember the male cow with udders, and also what was it, like his dad or something, playing like it was some song specifically, like on a guitar. I'm like, okay, why is this inserted into the movie? But okay.
What? You didn't enjoy the part where they all get drunk and then go human tipping?
Not particularly.
Scared of cow tipping? That's the whole fucking thing. It was a god awful movie. I think the whole reason I have a copy of it is because I think I got it as like part of like Christmas gift or some shit.
I remember around the time there were like two like what the fuck type animated movies coming out back to back. It was Barnyard and Open Season. I look at both
Oh,
of them now,
man,
I'm like,
Open
what
Season.
the fuck?
Umbrella, you're drawing some pretty spicy stuff right here.
I don't
Ooh
know
la
what to
la.
draw. I stopped
Hello,
drawing.
Miss Cleavage.
I was like, does she need to be naked or should I give her clothes? I don't know.
The answer might surprise you. It's number one.
Well, I don't want to draw her mouth either, so she's mouthless.
You know what you do? You draw like a stitching. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeesh, that sounds morbid.
Well, it's like she's horrified.
Yeah, it's supposed to be horrific.
So like put stitches on her. There you go.
Well, originally I was thinking like some sort of like, I don't know, like darkness like feasting upon her body, but I don't know.
You're morbid. Maybe that's why you picked Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, now I'm wondering if I want to change my choices or whatnot. I don't know
I
what.
think my great grandmother used to work on like the property where the Blair Witch Project shit's from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of some movies that were like fun to watch and were at least mildly spooky or Halloween themed. But
I actually got really bored the first time I watched Blair Witch. Didn't even finish it.
Well, it started off the trend of like found footage, and really don't
Yeah,
like.
they-
And has been done infinitely better since then.
yeah, I mean,
Halloween
like
was,
I had thought of possibly switching that one out with something else.
All right, what do you want to switch it out with? Edit
I
your-
don't know. I'm so like indecisive.
because
You
Blair
know,
Witch
alright,
was
you
more
know what?
impressive,
You know what? Give
as
us
a
a list.
campaign.
Give us a list of other ones.
I thought of Donnie Darko possibly.
That's a good one.
Hmm. Also, like one of the few adaptations of like Stephen King that I enjoy. Like I thought of what is that movie called?
What, Misery?
Yeah, I like Misery.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Never seen that one. But
It's
that
weird
that is one I
because-
want to see.
It's weird because I think I have a lot of problems with Stephen King's writing, but some of the movies adapted from his books are fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm. The Shining.
And some of them are god awful.
Yeah. Well, the ones that Stephen King likes. Funny enough.
The Shining, Misery, Shawshank Redemption, all of those are movies that immediately come to mind.
I actually
Like-
didn't know that Shawshank was King.
Yeah, that was like a novella he did, wasn't it?
No spoilers. I haven't seen that or read it.
Oh, I love the movie. I haven't read
also-
the actual story for it.
Green Mile.
Yeah, Green Mile.
Oh, yeah,
just
really
about
like Green
anything
Mile.
that Frank Darabont worked on relating to Stephen King's work is he'll usually make gold out of it.
Dead Zone sucked.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dead Zone was kind of a fucking retarded story to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Stephen King has loony views on politics in general, and this was him doing a not very subtle way of trying to make a guy he didn't like politically and just basically make him like a one-dimensional madman. There was very little to that guy as a villain other than, oh, he's insane. He's gonna blow up the world just cuz.
What else you got, Umbrella?
I don't know because I was trying to think of like horror movies that I liked. I do like Shaun of the Dead. Would Hot Fuzz count? That's more of like a mystery. It's a bit like a little bit horror.
It's
Tiny
more
bit.
of
It's
a
mystery.
more of a thriller.
Yeah, because Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite movies, but
I'm gonna exclude that one because
yeah, I understand that.
My caveat was, would you watch it during October or around Halloween?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a whenever top movie for me.
That's why I didn't really pick Coraline, although it could work.
Oh, I thought of Coraline as well, but yeah, that falls within that category. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing too. I don't watch movies very often at all. So I was just trying to think of like what I would be in the mood to watch.
all right. Now pick whatever the ones you just named off. Pick between that real quick. First one that comes to mind.
Well, I mentioned Donnie Darko, but I don't know if I mentioned any others.
Well, Donnie Darko it is.
There's time traveling in Donnie Darko, if I recall, right?
Yeah, but it's time traveling that's pretty much unlike time travel in just about any other movie you've seen.
Yeah, it's kind of like subtle in the story.
Yeah, what I like about it is you can basically boil down the whole philosophy of time travel in that movie to, oh, something suddenly appears in the world that makes no sense. Now we're spending the rest of the movie to try and justify how that actually can make sense.
Yeah, I don't think Mummy would classify.
What?
The Mummy would
Yeah,
classify him.
Of course you would.
No,
The Mummy is a monster movie.
Which one?
but is it really you watching it for Halloween? Because I feel like you'd watch it just no matter time of the year.
I mean, you could watch it for Halloween just for the spooks. There's some real good horror in it.
And to mention which one animated, The Mummy 3, of course.
Oh.
Well, no, I was thinking like, are you talking Boris Karloff here or Brendan Fraser?
No, he's talking about the Brendan Fraser one.
Okay.
Brendan Fraser one.
You know, I have a wide range when it comes to monster movies.
Like, I guess technically it counts, but yeah. I don't even know. No, because it's I don't know. It's not really a horror movie in my opinion.
Well, we're not
It's
really
like
counting
Rango's
strict
saying, it's
horror
more
movies
of
on this.
Yeah, but it's not even really Halloween or anything. Doesn't really give off Halloween vibes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to agree.
I'm kind of indifferent to it.
Yeah.
We've already been kind of loose with this list so far.
No, isn't we actually been pretty consistent with this list?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reconfigure my list because
We have Halloween.
That
It's
one
Halloween.
sticks.
So there's no Freddy and Jason on the list, right?
No, Freddy and
think so,
Jason.
no.
can't.
That's good. Well, I mean, we don't have the typical
It's a slasher.
stereotypical. Yeah.
I'm also trying to think of like movies we typically watch around Halloween.
Well, there's the obvious
You know what, Umbrella Cat? You also can't.
Nightmare
well,
Before Christmas, right? That's always the Halloween or post Halloween.
I've only seen that movie maybe a couple times. I'm not a big fan of it. It's okay.
I considered putting that one down, but it's kind of the typical.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot.
I mean, you can also recommend like an anime movie as well. However, it has to be accessible for us to watch.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like stuff that would be more accessible for everybody to watch. too.
Perfect Blue.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one. I like that one.
Oh, we could put Rings of Power on, you know?
God,
Yeah.
that's a
So-
different kind of horror.
Turns out I can't do it that night.
Or Otter, what was it on the Until Dawn? The Razor Fist? It was this.
What the heck is this?
Or-
I'm looking up horror movies and there's Meth Gator. What the heck is that?
Oh, how about Velocipaster? There's the movie. That fucking movie.
Velocipaster?
I watched that movie a few years ago. It's a schlock movie.
Yeah.
There's Meth Gator and then there's Cocaine Werewolf. What are these movies?
I don't know. But we'll quietly avoid them.
The people are pairing drugs and monsters and calling it a movie now.
Never heard of these.
It's a trend.
Well, yeah, it'd be the fifth movie, Order of the Phoenix. By the way, great actress. She really has a punchable face, and the reason why she has a punchable face, because she's like the female version of Will Ferrell.
Oh,
Chick who plays
what movie
Dolores,
is this?
Dolores Umbridge. I'll show you from Harry Potter.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
I'm fixing to show you. You know what Will Ferrell looks like, right?
Yes.
Now, see what happens if he transitions. This chick. She
I
looks
can
like
kind of see it, I
Will
guess.
Ferrell. Every time I see her, I just think of Will Ferrell.
I get it. It's like the top of her face more so, but like more so her eyes.
I don't know. Every time I see it, that's what I think of.
We can just do a side-by-side comparison. Oh my god, it's closer than I imagined. Oh my god.
Are they the same person but in drag?
You know,
Like
there
I said,
just might be a chance.
they are similar looking. I'm just saying. Every time I watch that movie, I'm like, But now when I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. What was the Slither movie?
Slither.
Like Michael Rooker. Y'all remember that?
Nope.
Like the alien like takes over his body or whatever. It's a schlocky horror movie. It's not terrible. We can always torture people and put Alien versus Requiem on there.
Oh God.
Hey guys, this is really bad. We're doing pretty good, aren't we, Anime Man?
It's coming along.
Also, frequency. I'm going to warn you. I'm fixing to play this clip because I haven't played it tonight and I feel like playing it. Be warned. Always have to play that clip.
I like that cat.
It's
I love
great
Children's Day.
to know what it does.
I've been watching the dub just so I have a flimsy excuse to rewatch Konosuba.
I like the dub. I mean, I do think the sub version, like the pretty good. Japanese people are better at, I don't know, like being high pitched screaming and shit. To be honest,
I think the sub
Only-
is just better quality. The dub still is not bad by any stretch. There's a few voices that feel a little off to me, but it's not too bad either.
I think the one that maybe feels a little bit off is Darkness.
For me, it's a little bit with Darkness, a little more with Kazuma. That's kind of where I notice it the most. Everybody else sounds pretty good. I think the voice actress for Aqua pretty well nails it.
I just love the one person edited in the clip of when Aqua's like freaking out and it just put like Courage the Cowardly Dog sounds over it. All right, what are we looking at? Umbrella.
I'm looking at movies. That's what
Gotta
I'm
add
looking
the
at.
stitches at the last thing on that. Stitch mouth.
I kind of like her just without a mouth, but that's just me.
No. You gotta put the stitches. You gotta make it horror, you know? She's like, oh my god, someone stitched my mouth shut, you know? He took off my clothes.
Hold on.
There you go.
Oh, is she English?
How did you go from shutting my mouth? Oh yeah, okay. I guess there is no clothes. That's true.
She's so unhappy.
Yeah, that's not a happy face.
Oh, no. Umbrella, I know what you need to do.
But
It has to be like stretched out to like a smile stitch.
Oh, it should be
Yes.
like the Freerin look where it's like she's just kind of like holding out the potion, has that smug look on her face. That's what it should be.
Now this is pod racing. What was the fucking pod movie? It had like 3 remakes.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Yeah. Been a while since I
I'm
watched it.
aware of one remake. I don't know about any others.
There was a couple, if I remember correctly. Trying to remember. There you go, Umbrella. Now you're making it good.
You want to know how I got this scar?
I watched Rings of Power season 2.
I watched Rings of Power season 2, so I took off my clothes and sewed my mouth shut.
I meant to sew my eyes shut, but I kind
Good
of
job.
missed my delusion.
I have you on the computer and the TV, and Hayes, who was between the two, had no idea how to react. What? I'm confused.
Ah, that's pretty.
Explain yourself, Frequency. Explain. Oh, okay. I know what he's talking about. His fucking cat. So when I play that clip, every time his cat goes over there and fucking attacks him.
You can remote attack Wrangler through the screen. That's some power there.
It's funny. Every
Remote cat attack button. Gotta rename the clip.
oh man.
I was also looking up kind of like anime, like horror movies.
Yeah, just make sure it's at least accessible.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
just
really
thought
like
of one.
Perfect Blue.
Yeah, because hey, you gotta have it working at least. Get it. Have the
Yeah.
access to get it.
Shoot, I just thought of one that I watched a long time ago about a group of it's I want to say it's Japanese. It's animated and it's about a group of kids that go to like an abandoned part of the city
Mhm.
to play a game on I think on Halloween, where they basically summon a demon and have to like escape or something like that. I can't remember. Can't remember what it's called though. That's Promise Neverland.
Sounds like a couple of different series I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, but it
Yeah.
wasn't a series. It was just like a short film, and I think it was on Adult Swim back in the day or something like that. Yeah. Okay. I think it's called Kakurenbo.
It's called what?
Kakurenbo.
Okay.
Why, for a
It's like-
second, did it sound like you
Rainbow?
were pretty much mincing words with cock and ball?
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
That's just it.
So Kake.
Urenbo. I think that's it. It looks right.
2004.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
I
that is
don't know
not
how
it. That's a
easy-
hotel. I spelled it
There we
wrong.
That's right. I spelled it right.
Oh, okay. The
So is it like a American?
No, it's Japanese. It was on Adult Swim back in the day through like Toonami or something like that. Let me see if I can find an actually good quality copy of it. They're all 360p, unfortunately.
Hey, here's an actual at least seeable cover poster.
there's one of like a creature being like the design is really cool. The one with the guy with lots of hands.
Horrible quality.
Where is it watchable?
YouTube.
Is it on YouTube? The full
It's on
thing?
YouTube, but yeah, it's the full thing, but it's in terrible quality, which is kind of a bummer. One second.
Where to watch? You can watch it on Amazon Prime.
That's. Oh, is it based on a book? Wait, maybe not.
Yeah, I got it pulled, the Amazon one.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I was looking
Alrighty.
at a couple different like horror anime films. One of the ones that came up was Empire of Corpses, which I watched a while ago, but the plot is pretty convoluted, but the visuals are pretty good.
Corpses, 2015. It's a movie, right?
Yeah.
Where is it watchable?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't remember it being very good. That's the thing.
It's on Crunchyroll, I think. For sure. But if it ain't good, then there's no point in adding it.
No. I just was like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Was that one where you talking about like the butler and shit?
Oh, that was Black Butler, where I was talking about one day.
You're like, oh, turns out this story has been about his brother the entire time.
That's a spoiler, Billy.
Oh my god! All nobody on here, I think, watches much anime. At least I spoiled it before people thought it was going to be good, you know?
Well, there's already, what, like 3 or 4 seasons, and I don't know how many specials and movies for it, so. And it's not even got to that point in the manga, or in the anime adaptation of it, so.
So it sounds like you're having a terrible luck with horror or Halloween Japanese films.
Yeah, the only one I would want to watch would be Perfect Blue. Yeah, I do like Perfect Blue a lot.
Perfect Blue. All right.
I haven't seen that one in a long time. I'd love to revisit.
It's a really good
Where-
one.
I've seen it.
Looks like it's on Sling, YouTube, Amazon. If you want to add that, you can add it. I think that's accessible for most people to be able to get it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything else I want to change or not.
Yeah, I
Okay.
changed one entry as well. Where was it? The chat. I
Yeah,
changed
put
the
it in there.
City of Lost Children to The Last Girl. I think that's going to be a better Halloween movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say City of Lost Children isn't super spooky. I mean, it's kind of disturbing, but it's not like
Yeah, it's kind of horror a little bit, but I think The Last Girl is way more Halloween-ish. It's
Yeah.
it's totally horror tropes.
Yeah, no, City of Lost Children is bizarre.
Just edit on your message umbrella for the other ones shopping.
Yeah, I'm just still kind of looking around.
I gotta look up. I'm pretty sure there's a free spin wheel thing I can type in, and do it. I can find.
Yeah, I think there's like a free one you can find that I see a lot of people use for different videos and stuff.
Spin wheel. Wheelofnames.com. But I think we're fixing to get close to wrapping this up.
Well, I'm pretty happy with the progress that I made on this piece.
Very good. Is there supposed to be a monster coming out of the corner? Yeah.
Who knows? I'm not sure what's standing in the dark. All I know is that he's a little spooked by it.
Kathleen Kennedy's like an outline of her face.
Fade in.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, I got my thumbnails. A lot of them were variants of number 1, but I did try a couple different positions.
All right, now show it.
Hold on, let me check the camera at the same time. Okay, so here we go. So started with the number 1. It's Glimmerleaf is sliding down the dune and kind of jumping off a bump a little bit. So she's hanging on to a sort of cloth that she's sliding on and holding onto her hat at the same time. So I've tried to draw like different versions, different points of view of it. And yeah, we'll see which one James prefers and go from there.
Umbrella, share yours.
Just a second.
Do it now.
Exciting.
Do it now.
Okay, so I started off with been trying to forever now, like draw me up a banner to use for different different accounts. So I was sketching out different like compositions and ideas. That's one. That was start of the other. That was another. And this one I barely started into. And then I switched over to drawing this just for the heck of it. So, yeah.
Very Halloween-y.
You want to know how I got these tits?
Damn, man. Drink
Well-
a lot of milk.
Time for shilling. Umbrella, you start us off.
Well, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, as well as YouTube, all under the name of Umbrella Cat. And I sometimes do art.
Sometimes you do art all the time. What are you talking
Doing
about?
art right now.
That's right. You're an artiste, which means you're broke. But, you know, you are an artiste.
I suppose.
It's not a requirement to be broke, Billy.
Animated Moon.
I stream on my website, or not on my website, on my YouTube, The Animated Moon, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I have been working on lots of different stuff.
I do got a question. Did YouTube change how those streams now work? Because when I do pull it up on my phone now, usually you could have the chat off, but now it automatically bleeds into the image while you're drawing, like the messages and stuff.
I have chat on screen.
Okay.
But let me double check that. And it shouldn't bleed into like the drawing. It should just be in like the little corner of one.
Well, on mine, it's like in the middle part. I think it's YouTube. They changed something about how they changed how it streams now. It's weird.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It should just be tucked away in the corner of the screen in the little black box and shouldn't get in the way of anything.
Listen, we'll show it next time. Frequency had the ghost tits trailer, like joke trailer. I don't know if y'all have ever seen it. Anyways, continue.
Who?
Unless you're done.
Am I done? Yeah, I stream on things. You can find me on Twitter and Kara as well. I post it and on Ko-Fi, where the comic is, The Blind King. So if you want to read it, if you want to catch up on that and see what I got going with that, then
So,
do that.
did you put the websites down again? You're just having it on the Ko-fi?
Yeah, I wouldn't go to the website right now. It's kind of slow and broken, so I don't know when I'm gonna get that fixed. At some point, hopefully.
Yeah, Frequency. I saw the link. That's why I brought it up. We'll show it one day. Frederic.
Yes, imakecomics.com is the website. You'll find on there links to my YouTube, which also stream on Zapstreams. I've got a Twitter and an Oster, and that's pretty much it. You can see all the art on the website, as well as links to my socials.
Otter.
Well, I have a swords and sorcery book out called The Curse of the Star Raids, the first in the Steel and Stormbright saga. I'm close to I'm pretty far along in the second book as we speak, getting beta readers to take a look at it and making some small adjustments and polish along the way. In the meantime, you can find my writing on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all the big retailers. I'm also on YouTube, usually streaming with Billy Frederick, or Wrangler for Weekly Wing It.
Nice. And I am only Gremlins on Substack.com. That's it. And eventually we'll have a story up sometime next month. That's about it, guys. They stopped the Skyrim music.
Squeak, squeak.
And
Au revoir.
as always, our outros.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long.